Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
I'm sorry, all y'all can hear was my breath. Hold tight, y'all. I need to first turn this music down. And then I need to fix my sound because I can't hear on the computer. So give me 5 minutes. Okay. Let me make sure everything is on the upload. Hold tight. All right, so I got it fixed. I hope y'all can hear me. Okay, hello. Hey, how y'all doing? Hello. Hey, okay, so let me get some of this stuff uploaded. It is New Year's Eve. I know a lot of y'all probably are out living y'all best life, and I love that for y'all. I do not go out on New Year's Eve. I tend to stay in. So I decided to go live for those of us who like being in the house. Now, some of y'all like being outside, and that's okay. You live your best life. Do you? But there are those of us who just like chilling in the house. So I'm going to get these images uploaded, and then we're going to get into NXT because it was quite the spectacle. Now, I wasn't over the top crazy, nothing too shabby, pretty typical NXT night, if I'm being fair, okay? But it was a good show nonetheless. If you missed NXT, I do believe you missed out on something really good, but we will get into that in a few. I've heard that most New Yorkers are always at home. seeing as how their city gets overrun with people watching the ball drop. So, am I surprised? No, not really. Not really. Ugh, my whole head got taken up. But now, anyways, did you all do your homework? Hmm. You were supposed to be making sure you kept up with what you want to talk about in terms of the year end and what we want to talk about and discuss in terms of WWE and how well they did this year and some AEW if you watched AEW. And I decided to throw TNA in there as well and talk about TNA and where it is, how it was able to bring itself back out from under the gate to now being back on TV. Well, I'm very happy for them. Hello. How are you? It's nice to see you. She said it's cold as fuck, period. It's a snowstorm here. It's been snowing pretty much all day. So my brother is out working. Everybody doesn't want to drive. They're taking Ubers and Lyfts today. So a lot of Lyft drivers and Uber drivers are making bank right now. Love that for them. But we got a show to do. We got a couple of things to talk about. We're going to talk about NXT, everything that happened in NXT, and then we're going to talk about New Year's Evil, and we're also going to talk about, um, like I said, we're going to go over everything. My brain is not functioning today. She's not at the greatest. So pardon me if I forget some things. Also, the video for Wrestle Eats is coming. I know I keep saying that. I know I keep giving y'all little hints or whatever. But for some reason, YouTube was having some issues with my uploading of the video. So I'm going to put it up tonight. I'm just going to get it and finish, edit it again so YouTube can just accept it. And I'm going to put it up tonight. Okay. So Wrestle Eats is coming. Now, back to the mess. NXT it is. So first, let me get some of the vignettes out the way. Then we'll get to the matches because the show kicked off with the matches. And because it was a person that I truly despise and I do not care about, I didn't watch that match, but I was glad at the winner. Okay. Now, Ethan Page went up against Moose for the first match of the night. Moose lost. I don't know how he lost. Don't care to know how he lost, honestly, because I don't like the man. I'm just glad he didn't win. Okay. Ethan Page retained. That's it. That's all you need to know. There's nothing else that you need to know there, honestly. Hello, how are you? How was my day? Huh? It was okay. It's a snowstorm here, like I said, but my day was okay. It was a little rough, but my day was okay. Um, let's get back into it. So Ethan won. He retained his title. Am I surprised by that? No. Should he have retained his title? Yes. 1000%. Who else was going to get it? Nobody. Uh, there was no other reason to give anybody else the title. Giving Moose the title would have been sacrilegious, in my opinion. Um, you could have gave it to anybody else on TNA's roster, and I would have been fine with it. Even Frankie Kazarian, and I can't really stand Frankie Kazarian, but it is what it is, you know. Um, so we had some vignettes that happened backstage. Kendall Gray got attacked, and it seems that the attack was fatal influence. I'm hoping that the attack wasn't fatal influence and it was somebody from Evolve, either PJ or Callie Armstrong. I feel like it should have been one of them to reel Kendall back in to evolve, drop that championship, and then she can come back over to NXT. I think that a lot of times they put the cart before the horse when it comes to evolve people. And I'm not saying that they don't deserve to be there. I'm not saying I don't want to see them. I'm just saying sometimes they put the cart before the horse with evolve people. And I just want them to let them get their feet wet while they're in NXT, but they should not be going after titles over people who are already in NXT. If they haven't crossed over to NXT yet, they shouldn't be given title shots like this, where it's like definite possible that she could be walking around with two developmental championships. And I know you're like, hey, well, they're both developmental titles. Yes, I understand that, but NXT is a different league from Evolve. Evolve is truly the developmental. NXT is like your starter. It's like your first go round when it comes to wrestling. You know what I'm saying? You either make it out or you don't. And then you get put back in to the fray. Now, throughout the night, they gave out the NXT year-end awards. We'll get to those in a minute. Pardon me for yawning in y'all ear. My apologies. Hello, Quan. How are you? So, to get back to the vignettes, they didn't really know who attacked Kendall, but like I said, it was assumed that it was Fatal Influence. Now, when you get to Blake Monroe is still lost and distraught over her loss to Thea Hill. She is well within her feelings, and so just very much leaning into the brokenness of her losing this championship. And I like this because I feel like this gives Blake Monroe more depth, and it doesn't keep her in this loop of just being this glamour mean girl, but also that she does have some depth, and she really really does have full depth. You know, I'm doing good. I ain't going nowhere. It's too cold out. For you, it's cold. Oh baby. Annie Hoosies. She says to Ava, because she's in Ava's office, sitting there replaying that video of her losing that championship over and over and over again. She asked Ava to get a new referee because she felt like the ref screwed her over. But she didn't demand it. She just cried and basically asked and begged, can you please give me a different referee? And Ava told her she couldn't guarantee there would be a different ref, but she would do her best. So she walked out. She gave Blake a little pep talk, and then Blake just kind of mindlessly walked out of the office. So I'm hoping that Blake Monroe gets to recover and we get the glamour back and she will start moving and shaking again. I am glad that Thea Hale finally got a title, even if it was a fluke win on paper. I think that this again is something that can work out in Blake Monroe's favor. She could become a two-time North American champion, and Thea Hale will have won a championship for about a month or two. We love that for her. Okay. Now, let's get into the rest of the vignettes. We saw Joe Hendry backstage. They gave us a little preview of Javon and Ricky Saints back there. And I think that's it when it came to the preview. I mean the vignettes. If I missed anybody, please let me know. But I don't think that I did. However, I could have because I fast forwarded through some stuff. So I could have. But let's get to the matches that were irrelevant to me. Like I said, Ethan went up against bald headed ass Mushmouth. He won. Thank God for that because I would have cried if Ethan Page would have lost his title to that man. Next match, OTM is still on the road. They are pushing through. Now they have one stain on their record since coming back to NXT, and that is Hank and Tank. And I think eventually they will rectify that loss and turn that into a win. But they went up against Vanity Project yesterday, and they beat Vanity Project despite them fully cheating. I'm not the biggest fan of Vanity Project. I think that they're skinny and weird looking, and I just find them to be off-putting. I don't know what it is, but I don't like them. And it really has nothing to do with their snobby frat boy personalities. That has nothing to do with it. They just look weird to me. They look like little kids, and I feel icky watching them. I don't know what it is, but I do. I feel icky watching them. So I don't. But if you love Vanity Project, I'm glad for you. But me personally, they don't strike my fancy. They look like little boys wrestling, and I'm not okay with that. That makes me feel uneasy. So watching OTM beat up on them, looking like grown ass men beating up on some 13-year-olds, it was a little overwhelming. So I fast forwarded through that. I did not watch that match. I'm gonna be honest with you. Then we had Ren had to face off against JC Jane all by her lonesome. And to be fair, Ren Sinclair did pretty damn good against JC Jane. But of course, JC had a lot of running the interference. And of course, she was able to best Ren. And it was 1, 2, 3 murder, she wrote. Now they began to attack Ren. And of course, Kendall came out there for the save. But, you know, Kendall was still halfway injured. And even with that halfway injury, she was still able to ward off majority of fatal influence, and even was able to lock JC Jane into an armbar, and JC Jane was tapping and screaming for her life child. Now, do I think that will transition to her winning the title? You know what? Given how Shawn Michaels books, I really don't know. Is it possible that Kendall Gray could become a double champion? Yes. If I were booking Kendall Gray against JC Jane, would I book her to win the championship off of JC? Yes, I would, because I would want JC Jane on my women's roster right now to fill out that roster. As much as I love JC's and love to hate on JC Jane in NXT, her particular character would work well on the main roster right now, and they need more bodies up there. They do not have enough people diversifying the women's division right now. And Fatal Influence would be a great faction to have on the main roster. There's no female faction on SmackDown right now, which I think they may start building one with Jade Cargill. I'm not sure, but I think that they should if they don't. And the female faction that's on Raw consists of Judgment Day. And I'm sorry, but I'm tired of Judgment Day. I know that Finn Balor talked his shit saying he's going to bring a championship to Judgment Day next year. And I love that for Finn, okay, but not for fucking Judgment Day. I don't want them to get no fucking play to do shit. I want Judgment Day to dissolve slowly and painfully. That's what I want. Anyways, the only one I would leave behind in NXT is Lainey Reed, because I feel like Lainey needs time to grow, and NXT is a great place for a person to flourish. Whereas Fallon and JC have been in NXT long enough, and they can do amazing things on the main roster without Lainey. And there's no shade to Lainey, but adding her beefed up their squad for sure, but they don't necessarily need her to keep Fatal Influence going. Does that make sense? Or they could just take somebody else, you know? Now, we got a couple of things that happened on the show, quick matches. Lexis King lost in 10 seconds because Tavion Heights hit him with his signature move right out the gate. Right out the gate, signature move, match over. Now, I saw a lot of people online being very pissed off about this. Oh, why would y'all do that? Let them fight. And it's like this. Lexis King has been a douchebag since he came to NXT. He's only had one little point where he's actually had some sort of redemption. Other than that, he's been an absolute douche. Okay? And I mean that with all my heart. He's been a douchebag. So him losing in 10 seconds, if we're being honest, is fucking justified. Some of y'all are so hell-bent on making everything go by the book that you forget that there are full stories being told. And that this person's story arc has been nothing but garbage from the beginning. So him complaining about losing in 10 seconds when he cheats like a bitch every match, Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony. Please spare me the bullshit. Okay. Yeah, it's been hot and warm all 2025. And then on that last day of 2025, it want to be extremely cold. Child, don't apologize. All of us are tired except for Dion. Except for Don. Oh, child. Don love him some street trash, and I love that for him. He has been. Yeah, it's just he's been a douche. So there's no reason for him to be all in his feelings, all on Twitter talking about some this is supposed to be the way kings fight. You're not a king. You're a peasant masquerading as a king. And you know what they do to peasants who dress above their station? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They put them in the stocks, bitch. So stop with the bullshit, please. You're annoying us. Anyways, Izzy, for whatever reason, Nico and Sean Spears have rejoined the culling, and they are afraid of Tatum. Sorry, y'all, I had to drink some water. As they should be. She's like, well, I don't know why Tatum, Izzy standing back there. I don't know why Tatum thought taking you from me was going to change anything. She still doesn't get it. She's just going off. And Sean Spears, and she's like, come on, let's go to the ring and call her out. And Sean and Nico's like, listen, uh, this is your problem, so you go deal with that. We know what Tatum is capable of. You ain't been where Tatum has taken us, so we gonna hang back here and let you deal with your problem. We want to be left out of it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, you guys are scared of Tatum? Oh Jesus Christ!" I was like, "Girl, the bitch ran him out of an arena with a chainsaw. She kidnapped Nico, and nobody knows what she did to Nico." And you sitting up here talking about, "Oh my god, you're afraid?" Yes, yes, oh, like Witchy Poo, we don't have time for your bullshit. We don't. And what we're not gonna do is sit up here and pretend like this hoe ain't crazy. You know that bitch crazy. You know she crazy. Stop it. Now he's a dang jester. Ooh. Miz should be champ. Maybe Miz will be champ next year. You never know. I mean, he has been in the game a long time. Doesn't mean he can't be champion, but you know, sometimes you never know, is my point. Happy New Year's Eve, Hiram. How are you? And I take shots. I'm good on the drinking. I'm good. But you do whatever makes you happy. Tatum is scary, but it's a good scary because once Izzy got done having her bullshit speech, which I gotta give Tatum, I gotta give Izzy a lot of credit. Izzy went out there to the insane boos and like shut the fuck ups of the crowd and kept her composure, continued her promo like nobody was out there. Like she didn't hear anything that anybody said. And I have to say, kudos to you, Izzy, because you girl was able to handle yourself very, very well. So bitch, hold on. Hold on. We got sound effects over here. We got sound effects over here. Okay? We got sound effects. Yes, Izzy. Yes, we have to give you an applause, honey, because you did that. You did that. Okay? Now, let me get out of here. All right. She really did. I was very, very surprised at her composure. I just was like, I don't think I would have been able to handle myself. Like even veterans don't have that much poise. That girl stood out there in the middle of all of them booing her to the depths of hell, and she kept her composure. Cadence was mellow. She didn't get mad. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't get stuck. She said everything she needed to say, and I was like, "Bitch, you did that. I give you that. You did that." But when Tatum came out there, mhm, the crowd is highly on Tatum's side. Okay, somebody broke her dollhouse, and the whole locker room felt her wrath. True that. True that. Tatum hit with the move and messed up her boots. That's what I was gonna ask. Kira, you be right here with me, Kira. You be right here with me. Cause I noticed that her boot, like her foot was flat on the mat. And I said, what happened to her boot? Did she break her boot? Hitting that move on Izzy? Child. But let me tell y'all, because Kira done took the winds out my sails. It's all right, Kira. I know what you was trying to do. You was like, girl, I seen that shoe break. But anyways, Izzy came out there to basically, chastise Tatum about how she got her back in the bottom and she gonna stay there. And Tatum was just like, girl, you just don't get it. She said, I see now what your problem is. She said, you are insecure. You are so insecure. You are always worrying about everybody else and what they need to be doing. You always have to have control because you know that everybody will start to see right through your BS if you don't have control. And she was like, you say all this stuff about me having to look in the mirror and face myself. But she said, the problem is you don't want to do that for yourself. So you want to throw it all off on me. But she said, I will apologize for not listening to you, for not being a good friend to you. I will apologize for that. But she said, I'm not going to apologize for being who I am and knowing who I am. She said, at New Year's Evil, I'm going to right the wrongs and I'm going to set you straight. And of course, Izzy didn't want to listen, but she told her, basically she just walked off and she tried to hit her. And Tatum had her scouted. Tatum matrix her ass to that mat, grabbed Izzy and dropped her with her signature move. And I said, ooh. And then I seen that her foot was flat to the mat. I said, did she break her boot? What happened? I was like, see, Tatum, you gotta stop buying them Hot Topic boots. Them Hot Topic boots are cheap, honey. Yeah, Izzy definitely held her own with that promo. Right? Like she nobody was in your chair. I went in there to try to record and I hit the button. That's all that happened. Nobody sat in it. No, I was trying to record your but I couldn't find a remote, first of all. And so I came out, but I forgot to bring your chair back up. And they then I realized when I came in here to record it under your profile, it wasn't on the regular TV. It was on FanDuel today. Okay. I've always seen her as a good wrestler, but I always thought her promo skills they weren't lacking. She was always confident in what she said. I just wanted her to have some type of character, which she does have teaming up with the color. So I'm okay with that. I think that there's some depth to her being with Sean Spears. Could she teach her mans just for a second, just for science? I don't know because she is most of the. I'll give it to you this way: 90% of the women on the roster, including the worst of the worst, are better on the microphone than half of the men on the roster right now. And that's not even me trying to blow smoke up the girl's ass because I'm a girl, but it's just pure facts. Really think about it. Even the people that you don't like watching, even the people that you hate, people that y'all hate on regularly, people that y'all say shouldn't be there, all of that good stuff. Those people are still light years ahead of majority of the men on the roster right now. Really think about it. Man, Tatum hit that death drop with ease. She tore that girl up and then tore her shoe up in the end. Now there were some other matches that happened on the card that I'm gonna tell you about. Um, Before we get to the big kahuna and I tell y'all who won in the year-end awards. Joe Hendry came out there to have a nice little, concert, but that was interrupted not only by Tony D'Angelo, but by Dark State. Dark State came out there and attacked and beat up Joe Hendry. It was pretty bad. I was like, Jesus. How long are y'all gonna keep attacking people? They just keep on attacking people, beat them up, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. No rhyme or reason at all. You just like, well, what the hell is the point? Where are we going from here? Now, in this match with Saints and Evans, the match was okay. The ending of the match was typical heel shit. Plus, I believe this was Javon Evans' send off match. So, Ricky essentially low blowed Javon Evans. The ref couldn't see it, and that's how he got the W. He ended up hitting Javon with the Rochambeau after this, and that was it. It was murder she wrote. I don't know if nephew got to basically, say his goodbyes to the NXT universe just yet. I'm not quite sure about that, but I do know that he did lose that match to Ricky due to Ricky Saints doing what most heels do, which is cheat. It's highly unfortunate, but it is what it is. So this was the final showing of the NXT this week. And that's unfortunate for Javon Evans, but he's moving on to bigger and better things. He's probably going to Raw. I think he's going to Raw, and he'll be doing wonderful things on Monday Night Raw. I think they're not going to, shelve him too quickly because he's just that popular. And he's very popular with the younger kids right now. So I think WWE really likes that. So they're going to keep him out there for a little bit. Hopefully, he'll be getting a championship on that roster soon. But, anyways, let's move into the NXT year end awards. Let's get into it. Okay, it's the 2025 year end awards. The way these awards work, where you went to the website for WWE and you could go to the polls and vote. They had the links up on their socials, and they told you can vote on their socials and on each NXT show up until tonight. You could vote. So, hmm, I don't remember everybody or everything that was in the category, but let's start off here. The PLE of the year was Stand and Deliver. Everybody enjoyed Stand and Deliver. I will say Stand and Deliver was a great PLE, but I loved Iron Survivor. I thought Deadline was a great PLE this year. I thought it was so much fun. Um, I liked Great American Bash this year. A lot of NXT's PLEs hit really, really well. And I was so surprised at a lot of things that happened over this year with the PLE. Sometimes wrestling, the year end of wrestling, it just makes you feel like you've lived 4 years in 1 year. And a lot has gone down over this whole entire year for NXT. Obafemi dropped that championship. Like, he has been champion twice in 1 year. Ricky Saints has been champion twice this year as North American and NXT champion. Ethan Page has been North American champion for the better part of the year. Um, there's been so much going on. Trick Williams was TNA champion for a good chunk of the year. Oh my God, there was so much happening. There was so much happening. Oh, I love it. I forgot to vote too. Oh, you forgot to vote. I voted twice. But Stand and Deliver won for PLE of the year. Now, going to Moment of the Year. Moment of the year went to Tatum Paxley for winning the NXT Women's title. I thought that this was a good moment of the year, and Trick Williams winning the TNA Championship, JCJ becoming a double champion was a good moment of the year. There were a lot of good moments of the year, but this one was my favorite, of course, because I love Tatum, and I think Tatum is absolutely amazing, and she did a wonderful job getting herself up to being in championship contingency and then actually winning. It was nuts. So I was so proud of her. Fraxium came and went. So much went on, right? Fraxium was tag team champions this year. Damn, I forgot all about that. So much has happened. Hello. Now, the match of the year went to Oba Femi, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans at Stand and Deliver. This was a good match, but I don't remember this match. I hate to say it that way because there's been so many matches that have happened over this year that I truly do not remember this match. I really don't. Is it a bad match? No, this is a good pull. I just don't remember it. Zaruka got Tag Team of the Year, which I thought was very interesting. They were the girls that everybody loved this year. And so Ruka really had a banger of a year this year. I was very proud of her. And they were able to scoop up Tag Team of the Year. I wouldn't have minded if it went to Fraxium. They did an excellent job as Tag Team champions. And they were on a roll at the beginning of this year. So I would have loved for Fraxium to be Tag Team of the Year. It would have been a good cap to the first half of this year for them, especially with the way they were always on television, having banger after banger. I would have loved that. But I understand Zaruka's fame and their popularity is what pushed them over. So I'm happy for both of them. And I really want Zaria to have a good 2026 this year. I'm looking forward to her rise in NXT too. And we got two more male and female superstar of the year. So we have the female superstar of the year. So Ruka is your female superstar of the year. She was a double champ this year, won her titles in the same week, the WWE Speed title and the North American Championship at Stand and Deliver. She defended those titles fiercely against all comers. And she was an excellent champion. I will give her that. She wore those titles with pride. And even though she was a double champ, she still found time to focus on being tag team and working with Zaria. So I love that for Soul. I'm happy for her. There were other women in the category who also deserved it, but I'm glad that Soul was the one who got Female Superstar of the Year. And on to Male Superstar of the Year, it goes to He's Bouncy. That's right. Young Nephew is your male superstar of the year. Pardon me. He beat out some heavy hitters, Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, Obafemi. Okay. He beat out everybody that was at the top of the mountain right now. He is the guy. And I love that for Javon. He's very, very young and he has so much time to spread his wings. I love that he's able to do all of this now and collect the accolades early because when it comes to his later days, he can just coast through that shit. It's giving very much Randy Orton, and I love that for him. So those are your recipients of the year-end awards for NXT. It was a fan-based vote. The fans voted, and they gave the awards out. So it is what it is. How y'all feel about it? They put it up for free if you ever want to see it again. Oh, cool. Also, WWE is quietly removing their catalog from Peacock. Once the deal was up, Peacock was not going to be housing WWE content anymore. That's just the normal fare. Um, I don't know when they're going to start putting stuff up on ESPN. If they're going to put it up on ESPN, I'm not sure. But their catalog from the last couple of years that was on Peacock and any and docs or anything like that, all that stuff is going to be moved very, very soon. So I'm gonna take a quick break and then we'll be back and we'll start the convo about WWE's end of the year review. Lord, that's gonna be a fun conversation.
Still don't know my worth, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't desired.
Claps. Don't close your eyes to get away. Just make my mind and I'll arrange it. Beautiful girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless. Yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class, that's just a starter kit. Plenty things count in life, but none of them is the thought of it. New piece around my neck is chess games, but shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon. Swear I'm more Purple Rain Prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment I stay expecting it. The pessimist gold medalists flush the magnums just so they not collecting my specimens down.
Okay. So let's have a conversation, shall we? Now, before we go into the WWE review, New Year's Evil is on January 6th. How fitting. New Year's Evil is on January 6th. Anyways, these are the matches that are set to go. JC Jane will defend her NXT Women's Championships against Kendall Gray. Thea Hale will defend her North American Championship against former champion Blake Monroe. Obafemi will defend his title against Leon Slater. And Izzy Dame will take on Tatum Paxley once again. Now, The irony is so good. It's delicious. Anywhoosies, all of that is happening on next year, which is next week, on January 6th. It's going to be on TV, so you don't have to worry about going to Peacock or anything. You'll be fine. But it's time that we talk about WWE loves, okay? It's time we have that conversation. Yeah? I know you guys hate when we have this conversation sometimes. Oh my God. And some of y'all love it. Some of y'all love shitting on the E. But we're not going to dump on them too much. We're having a conversation. We want to talk about what we liked about WWE this year first. Let's do the nice stuff, okay? What did we like about WWE this year? Can anybody in the comments tell me what y'all liked about the show this year? Well, not just the show, but just in general. What did you like about WWE? Hmm. Apologies if you hear my nephew in the background. He don't listen to me. Nobody listens to me. Nobody listens to me. This out so. Hold tight, y'all. What is this? Huh? Let me see what y'all said. If anybody said anything. The only person that's talking is Leah. Wrestler's debut. She said, I like some of the pay-per-views starting earlier in the day. Then I could crash post-show. Fair enough. I like Ricky Saints. Okay. Anybody else? Is there any macaroni salad on there? I just put them in the refrigerator. Okay. Was I not allowed to get any of it? No, I just wanted to put it in the refrigerator so they wouldn't sit out. Yeah. I can go back down there. Just give me a second. Well, what was some of the best aspects of WWE programming this year? Here's what I was able to come up with, and some of the things that I was able to kind of feel out. Now, I used my Google Gemini, and I plugged in a few things. And basically, I plugged in my favorite aspects of WWE, and I wanted it to pull from the internet and tell me, compile a list of all the things that went right with everything in WWE programming, and then give me everything that went wrong with WWE programming this year. Okay? And here's what it said based off of what I plugged in, which basically I just gave it the things that I liked about WWE this year. So it used that as a baseline and then compiled a list of other things that WWE did right this year. Naomi and Jay's storyline leading up to Mania. Okay. The Yeet period was nice this year. Fair enough. I love Joe Hendry. We all love Joe Hendry. Number one, hinging on if WWE commits. They do long term storytelling well. WWE is at its best when it lets its story breathe. Multi-year arcs, callbacks that reward longtime viewers, emotional payoffs that feel earned, not rushed. Example, the Bloodline story has branched off into multiple storylines with the MFTs, with Jay Uso, and now his brother returning to a tag team and being tag team champions once again. The redemption arcs of some superstars, and of course, the falling of some superstars, like Seth freaking Rollins, excuse me, and the return of Austin Theory, and of course, the shift in Naomi and Jay Cargill's characters, and the loss of Bianca Belair, which you feel that sting of her not being there so much. But we also got a shift in character with Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Asuka, Kairi Sane. The list goes on. Characters have shifted and changed all year, and it has changed how each character's storylines have gone through. Rhea Ripley went from being a singles competitor to working in tag team territory only, as did Charlotte Flair. Out of all the women, she had one of the biggest story arcs this year, even though she's not going to get much credit for it. She has been able to change her trajectory and shift into tag team, but also blend into a relatable, likable character. I've always liked Charlotte and I always knew she was likable, but people just are assholes. Also, we would have gotten the shift in Judgment Day sooner, but Liv Morgan getting injured caused that to be halted. So we're slowly getting that now. Now, according to Gemini, it says when WWE trusts the audience to remember details, the product feels premium. I want you to hold on to that because it's a bar. It's a bar. Now, I just wanted to tell you that you have had a great year yourself. Keep up the good work. Oh, thanks, babe. I appreciate that. Now, let's go into the second point, character work and gimmick evolution. WWE excels at presentation and character definition. It depends on the person. I think that's a flawed statement by the Gemini. I think that depends on the character. It says when they have clear motivations, visual storytelling like gear, interests in music, and letting performers grow instead of rebooting weekly, that is where they're at their best. This is where WWE often beats every other promotion because characters feel larger than life, not interchangeable. And I agree with that when it does that. But everybody doesn't always get that treatment. And there are certain people on the roster right now who definitely deserve it. People like Montez Ford being one of them. People like Jay Cargill, which Jay Cargill is getting time, but that woman has not defended that title in 2 months. And one would have to ask, what the fuck is going on? Like, what are you doing? Promo segments and mic work is the third point. The mic is still WWE's strongest weapon. I agree. Crowd control, pacing, call and response moments, memorable one liners that drive social media. Even when matches are average, a strong promo can carry an entire episode. This is true. I think the biggest problem here is that there's not a lot of story building Sometimes the story is very lackadaisical or non-existent. Is that a body wash? That's gross. Storylines with people are very lackadaisical. They're not, there's no depth to them. And that's the part that I hate the most is that it lacks depth. It needs some substance to it. And I don't like the fact that it doesn't have any substance. I like Stephanie's win with the Evolution Battle Royal. I agree. I think that that was a great win for Stephanie. Let's go into some more specific things. So, we're going to go into the best moments of WWE, at least by the chat's standards, okay? So, WWE's biggest moments of 2025 timeline. This is going to be interesting. What are y'all's biggest moments of this year? Put it in the chat. I will read it and we'll go over it. Okay, let me see. Naomi championship win. I respectfully agree. I think Naomi had a banger of a year this year. Out of all of the superstars, her trajectory throughout this year was crazy. But I will say this, Naomi rose to the occasion. She was a proper villain. Loved her, hated her. She was an amazing villain. She had great comedic timing, funny, just insanely good on the microphone. I love Naomi, heel or face. I love her. I think she is sensational. Okay. So she did absolutely exceptional. I was glad she won Money in the Bank. They gave it to her. She was able to come out there, take away a championship win from either either EO or Rhea. Took a championship match just away from them, sucked all the wind out of them. And then the lady wrestled pregnant in a triple threat match. Okay, was out there just flipping and doing all types of shit and was pregnant. Lord have mercy. Between her and Becky, I don't know who worse. Okay, I'm gonna say her because she had a triple threat match. Okay, that's crazy. Punk beating Gunther. Now that was a good moment. I love that for her, for him. Definitely the TLC tag team match at SummerSlam for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. You know what? That was an excellent match. I love that. That was a great match. I forgot all about that match. It was the best match they had. It was good. Uh, so some of WWE's biggest moments. It was Evolution. It's my number one moment of the year for me was Evolution. That is my favorite PLE of this year. There has been no PLE that has topped it. SummerSlam was great. WrestleMania was great. It had a greater moment. I mean, that shit was said at SummerSlam, nuts. Okay. But nothing will top Evolution. Do you know why? Because it was an all female branded PLE and they were able to hold our attention from start to finish. Even with some of the matches being booked weird, like Tiffany and Trisha's match and all that other bullshit, the match, the show itself was solid. It was fun. It was invigorating. It was so interesting. Top PLE of the year, hands down. Argue with your mama. Okay, I'm not arguing with anybody. And I was one of those people who said we didn't need an all female PLE. And to me, we didn't. I felt like the women outshined the men 90% of the time on the roster anyway, no matter what slot they got. If they were setting up the show, they always went 1,000% setting up the show. every single time. So for me to watch, okay, for me to sit and watch these PLEs and to move into this time frame, I'm like, we don't have to prove nothing to nobody. We already know that the women sell out. We already know the women can sell tickets. If you still need to be proving that in 2025, then your ass need to go on somewhere. Okay? Because if you can't see that the women are your draw, then you're crazy. You're nuts. The women are single handedly carrying NXT right now. Single handedly carrying NXT. So please, spare me the bullshit. Spare me the bullshit. Okay? Now, according to the chat, it says this was a defining event in 2025. Evolution delivered wall to wall match quality and proved again that the women's division can headline at the highest level. Naomi's career defining cash in was the emotional and historical peak of the year. Crowd energy, storytelling, execution made Evolution's PLE of the year in many fans' eyes, and it reframed how women's wrestling is presented going forward, not just a special attraction but a main attraction. So, according to the chat, it was a landmark night for Evolution. We're moving on to the second biggest moment for WWE this year, which was WrestleMania 41. It says it redefined a legacy. It gave WrestleMania 41 gave us a lot of things. Jey Uso became his first singles champion over one of the greatest champions in WWE history. He was able to solidify his legacy as a singles competitor and as the main eventer that he had been calling himself for years. Jey Uso had a moment. He got to share that moment with his brother, but it was a different type of moment this time. We also got to see Cody Rhodes face off against John Cena and lose. And we got to see the story arc of John Cena and his heel run begin at WrestleMania. And this is where he claimed he would ruin wrestling, which some people believe on his retirement match, he did. However, I disagree, but whatever makes you happy. There was a triple threat match that happened that redefined the WWE and changed the landscape of what we know now as Paul Heyman's arc. Paul Heyman turned on not only his friend and brother CM Punk, but he turned on his tribal chief Roman Reigns and screwed them both over to align himself as the oracle for Seth freaking Rollins. This has set forth a path or a trajectory straight to the vision and straight to Braun Breaker's arms. Everything that we've seen now all started earlier this year. And it seems like no matter how much things remain the same, no matter how many times things change, it always remains the same. Paul Heyman is at the center of something. Because a slime ball always has to have something to slime onto. You know what I mean? Now, according to the chat, it says WrestleMania 41 redefined legacy. It focused less on spectacle for spectacle's sake and more on long term storytelling. Career arcs reached pivotal turning points. Younger stars were elevated without sacrificing established names. And it set the tone for WWE's post Mania direction instead of just closing chapters. I wish that they would close chapters. I think that is one of their biggest problems is that they don't close enough chapters or just close enough books. You're adding chapters and you should be closing these books. Now, it included Roman Reigns and the bloodlines, shifting. After January 6th, Roman Reigns no longer had to worry about Solo anymore. And they stuck with the bloodline being fractured. Jimmy and Jay were doing their own thing. Roman Reigns was popping up every few months to come back and start some more shit. And this has left the ranks of the bloodline to be fractured. Like I said, power dynamics have shifted. Loyalty and legacy are at the central nervous system of this group, despite the fact that it is still fractured. And Roman's aura evolved from dominance to vulnerability, and it's changed. Roman isn't the unbreakable tribal chief that he used to be. He now is the anti hero that everybody roots for and loves, despite the fact that he loses more than he wins. But in 2026, I don't know what this means for Roman Reigns. I know it means he's going to be doing more movies, probably. But I don't know exactly what it means for him, but I'm sure he's going to be out there dipping it and doing it like he always does. Let's see, they put in more moments from WWE in the chat. The John Cena final match, the WrestleMania tag team match hit different. Definitely did. Maxine winning the Intercontinental title was an amazing moment for her. Love that for her. Also, Dom wins his first single title at Mania. He definitely did. He became IC champion at Mania. He's had that title since Mania. Wow. I didn't realize he had that title since Mania. That's nuts. But I love that for him. Hello, how are you? I am fine. They need a new edition really badly. Yeah. Chelsea Green and Ethan Page, Triple R Mixed Tag Team Championship. The AAA R is crazy. He does say it that way. I thought Gerard was playing, but he actually does say AAA R. So stupid. Number 4, according to the chat, Cody Rhodes has cemented his era. Let me show y'all what I'm seeing so you can see it. I thought I put it in Gemini, but it's actually in ChatGPT. So let me show y'all what is I'm seeing on my screen. Okay. So you can see what I see. Yes. Okay. Do you see? Do you see? Okay. Now it says Cody Rhodes cemented his era. In 2025, it was about sustainability, not the chase. The chase. Cody proved he's not just a feel-good champion, he's a reliable franchise player, quarterback, if you will. Big match performances, emotional promos, and leadership moments validated WWE's long-term investment. Did it? Did it validate WWE's long-term investment? Majority of Cody's story arc this year had to do with John Cena and getting his title back. He wasn't champion until SummerSlam. He had some feuds, of course, but he was basically arguing with John Cena to get his title back. And now he's been fighting with Drew McIntyre for months to maintain himself as champion. And slowly but surely, Cody Rhodes is he's losing it. And Homelander is creeping out every time we turn around. Why we gotta wake up? It's only 10:13. It's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it. What? Willow got her title back today? Oh, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. Ooh. You're a liar. I knew she was going to lose that damn championship today. The TBS title. Ooh. I knew it. She gonna lose some more championships. Child. Oh, that's messy, honey. But I'm here for it. So that's crazy. She lost the damn championship. I know she's somewhere crying. She was crashing out last week. Wait, didn't we get Cody versus Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble or main event? It was Royal Rumble last year, or this year. It was Royal Rumble this year that KO went up against Kevin. I think that's where his neck really got messed up at. It was already messed up to begin with, but I think it got worse when he had that match with Cody. But yeah, you're right. Oh, she lost that championship. Oh, I know she's stuck. I know she's stuck. Oh, she hurting. Mercedes lost 3 belts in the past 2 weeks or so. I kept getting notifications, but I didn't save them. Ooh, wowzers. That's crazy. That's a big boy. All right, let's move into the women's division. But Chris Statlander kept her belt. Look at that upside. Look at the upside. Mm, we love that for Chris Statlander. I don't think she's gonna keep it long. I think by next year, if Mercedes don't get that title at All Out, she's gonna get it at one of their other bigger PLEs before 2026 is over. Mercedes Moné is gonna be AEW Women's Champion, whether it be off Chris Statlander's back or not. Totally up to them, but it's happening now. According to the chat here, it says that the women's division hit a new gear. Evolution wasn't a fluke; it was a culmination. Multiple women stepped into true Multiple women stepped into true main event status. Match quality across TV and PLEs rose noticeably, and WWE leaned into depth instead of relying on just 1 or 2 stars. That I can't agree with. WWE definitely relied on 1 or 2 stars, and you can tell by how their 2 champions are being booked right now, because there's nobody who is truly going after Stephanie at this point. Not anybody who are at the top of the game. There's nobody going after Jade at this point because they are all crammed into this women's tag team division. So that part I don't agree with. Spread across the year, I do think that they did well at giving people title shots, but the only person that truly defended their championship was Io Sky. Tiffany didn't defend nothing. Every time Tiffany got into a match, it was only between Nia Jax and Jade Cargill. She only had the opportunity to retain her title against Charlotte once. They never gave Charlotte a run back or nothing. So the situation between with Tiffany as champion, to me, they didn't do their due diligence to make sure there were other women who could possibly come up to be champion or at least look like champion. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the women's belt on Raw side, Io did a good job as champion. She was seen regularly, wrestled. She wrestled more than the men most of the time. Her ass was everywhere. And NXT was exceptionally well as champions for the women. The women were always at the forefront of NXT. That part I 1000% agree with. Nobody can book a women's division like Shawn. Okay? Let's move on. Let's see what else chat has to say. WWE presentation shift. Subtle but more important changes. It says it has cleaner production, stronger match post-match storytelling, less over-reliance on shock, and more trust in wrestling and character work. I disagree with that as well. I think that post-match storytelling is subjective. Their reliance on shock is very, very prevalent. And I don't think they're doing more trust in the character work. I do think they are leaning into the wrestling, though. Every match that we've seen is usually well over 5 minutes, even if it's a women's match. They do well at making sure they showcase the superstars in a good light as true competitors. Where they lack is the great opportunity to tell stories with certain superstars. They miss that aspect of it. But again, we'll go into what WWE needs to change in just a second. So yeah, I'm not gonna make it into a script. I don't want to do it. According to the chat, it says, bottom line, if you remember one thing about WWE in 2025, it's this. Evolution wasn't just included, it defined the year. It raised the bar, changed expectations, and proved that when WWE commits fully, the product hits another level. That I 1000% agree with. I agree with Evolution being at the forefront. It was an amazing PLE this year. I loved it. I loved it. It was my favorite PLE of the year. My favorite. My main man. Love me some Rio. But they banked on them a lot this year. Yeah, it was too much. It was giving Zaruka magnified by 80,000 and I was tired of it. Not you being here for an hour. Yes. Yes, I've been on here. I've been on here for an hour. I'm over here performing and shit. What are you doing? Performing what? Did you hear your favorite lost her title today, Don? Your homegirl has lost her TBS title back to Willow. Not your greatest hit. She been losing all her shit. Yes, sir. She sure has. As she fucking should. She thought she was untouchable. All right. So now we're going to talk about what WWE needs to change. Hold on. First, we're going to talk about the worst moments of 2025 because we have to. We went to the good, the best. Ooh. Let's see what the chat says. We're looking at the chat now. If y'all want to come in, I put the link in there, so you're more than welcome to come in. All right. And we ain't gonna win this one, huh? Carmelo winning his first main roster championship. Yes, love that for Carmelo. Also, Michin is injured. She got injured during the holiday WWE live show. She is now out with a shoulder injury. So get well soon. Got that first down though. Okay. We're closing out. I'll be in there in a second. Okay. All right. So we're going to be looking at the chat and see what the chat says after it compiled all its info on what WWE needs, what were the worst WWE moments in 2025. Worst moments. Creative missteps and poor booking. According to chat. Now I'm going to show y'all where they pull stuff from. Okay, they pulled it from multiple sources here. All right. Many critics and fans felt WWE storytelling and booking decisions ranged from baffling to outright disappointing in 2025. Analysts called WWE's booking decisions aging horribly, with inconsistent long-term storytelling and awkward character directions that left fans frustrated. This I 1000% agree with, which a lot of it had to do with the stories, Tiffany Stratton's storyline with Jay Cargill. It was just a weird booking. John Cena's retirement tour, piss poor booking on their part. And I'm gonna get into that in a second. Backlash 2025 saw major blowback when several advertised matches were pulled at the last minute, leading to fan outrage over management and communication. I don't remember this. So let me pull up the article because that's where they got it from. So let me see because I definitely don't remember. Why don't I remember back? Oh, because it was in St. Louis and they had fucking Travis Scott out there. Okay. So Backlash had several matches canceled. Okay. Let me show y'all the matches that was canceled. Because I do not remember this shit at all. Don't remember it. We just turned over the ball, didn't we? Okay. So, Gunther and Sheamus, Charlotte and Asuka, Paul and LA Knight, Miz and Waller, Dominic Mysterio, and Dragon Lee. All these matches were promoted with ticket sales and online engagement, and then they removed their matches and it caused people to have immediate reaction to this. I don't remember any of these matches being booked for Backlash. Now, is it possible that it was? Yeah. Especially if they were advertised only for the punt. Punt. I don't remember any of these matches except for Gunther and Sheamus, I think. I don't even remember that. It was so long ago, I really don't remember it. But anyways, according to the chat, there was a major blowback because of the advertisement of matches and then pulling them at the last minute. Then the Royal Rumble booking, particularly Jey Uso's win in the aftermath. It generated a heated debate with many fans calling it one of the worst Royal Rumbles in history. I think that that's a bit of a stretch. That's what I think. I think that y'all doing too much. I don't know why you wanted John Cena to win anyway. That would have been weird in my opinion, but whatever. Um, John Cena's retirement match backlash. This was probably one of the biggest moments where everybody was so in their feelings and nobody understood what was happening. John Cena was not wrestling to beat Gunther. John Cena was wrestling to end it. And that's where some of y'all lost the plot. According to chat, he said John Cena's final match was meant to be a major WWE moment, but instead drew a largely negative reaction. Fans booed heavily after Cena tapped out to Gunther in what was billed as his career finish, a controversial outcome that many felt was a disrespectful send-off for a legend of the business. I think it was a fine send-off. There was no issues, in my opinion, and he has no issues with the way it ended. Online coverage noted widespread fan frustration and disappointment with the choice of opponent and how the match was presented. That is a conversation we've had many times over, and I just don't have any issues. I have no desire to talk about that anymore. Our truth booking was a letdown. I agree. The booking of our truth was definitely a letdown, 1000%. It didn't do anything with it, which I feel like was intentional. WrestleMania 41 main event criticism. One of the biggest shows of the year also delivered one of its most least liked main events. Several out and fans discussions. Several outlet and fan discussions branded the WrestleMania 41 main event and related match finishes among one of the worst of the year, with complaints about pacing, feel, and fan expectations not being met. So, which main event are you talking about? Because there were like four.
What
Oh my god!
the fuck is going on?
Hey,
You know what John Cena felt like? It felt like that uncle, our favorite uncle, that was passing away. But because we didn't have no say so, the kids pulled the plug and everybody mad at the kids. He's not suffering no more. He's good.
he's fine.
He's okay. And I don't understand. I feel like, I understand why he let us in with so much knowledge behind the scenes. I feel like y'all know too much and y'all gotta say so. We don't have a say so. We really don't. We have power. We do. We have some power. It's like 5%. But outside of that, we don't have say so. He told us that to our faces. He literally said that. He said, I have plans. And when y'all start speaking up and doing too much, my story's still gonna finish. He told y'all that. So I don't understand why y'all are so confused. Y'all are still mad about John Cena losing. He lost. He was going to lose.
It was the whole
You need
point.
somebody to hate, and now y'all hate this man.
You need to hate Gunther, and he was the
Y'all-
right choice.
What he's doing, he's putting y'all back on program, and I'm happy that he is. It's a reset. We're still in the Renaissance. It's a reset. Y'all going with the program as you should.
You had to be
Get
reprogrammed.
us back into storylines and not being so much like that's what like the thing with Dom. Dom is a top heel. However, we hate to love him, and that's what makes us love him.
Yeah.
That's why everybody like, oh my god, I can't. Dom finna lose. I can't do it with Dom losing. Why? He's a heel. You should want him to lose. Every time you see him, you should want him to lose.
Absolutely.
But y'all be fans of people, and y'all not watching the show, and that's the problem. Y'all not watching the show no more.
I agree.
Y'all watching wrestling. Woo, fireworks.
Also, in the beginning of the year, the SmackDown Tag Team division was built really strong on the road to Mania. But WWE decided to give us New Day versus War Raiders at Mania, which their storyline wasn't memorable.
I don't want to hear it. You know why? You know why? Because I've been telling y'all for the past few years, we have been getting clumps of tag team matches. They're not doing a tag team tag team division justice. They want to make it seem like that. They're not.
Mhm.
Each major pay-per-view we have, they are in a clustered TLC talent labor, mix them up, ladder table match. Falls Count Anywhere. Street Fight. We have not seen a traditional tag team title match on a pay-per-view in so long. I don't even know what it feels like no more. About to
You're
get it
not
back because we
lying.
have titles now, so we're finna see it.
You're not lying
However,
about that.
I've been hating the fact that we've been subjected to all these ladder matches. Like everybody's like, well, all the teams are getting a match at WrestleMania. So the fuck what? It's
I
a
love a
job.
ladder match. I'm sorry.
Don't get me wrong, I love a ladder match too. It's exciting. It's crazy. Like this year that just passed for this Mania, it was wild as fuck, and nothing can top that. However, I could have literally done without. It was too much going on.
I love
The only
it.
thing I remember is Candace falling off that ladder, and we ain't seen her after that. That's literally it was everything. Everything was hit. Every second of that match had a spot. It was
They
too much
had
for me.
to.
I already get overstimulated easily. I need to build up. They was getting into it, and I checked out. I said, "Whoa, too much going on.
Oh,
I gotta
I
back
loved
up."
it. It was so much going. It was chaos, and I was like, "Yes,
But the
I
thing is,
love
I'm
it."
like, y'all doing it too. It's become a norm at this point to let all the tag teams go wrestle in a ladder match in a major pay per view. May it be SummerSlam, WrestleMania, or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, I don't like that. That's not giving everybody a fair chance. Everybody has to get a spot. Yeah, to show what they can do. However, I can't show everything that I can do if it's just 12 of us in the match.
Yeah, it went in
Plus
this.
managers. So about you might as well say it's almost 20 people out there. It's a Royal Rumble at this point. I'm sick of that shit. And I would hate when I get back there, they're gonna hate me because I'm vouching for the right shit. You don't want to see us on the card? No, I don't. It's too much.
That's
That's
pretty.
how they're pushing this shit to two. We got 2 nights and it's already overcrowded. How?
Wow.
Make that make sense. And it's all do the same
Well,
shit with the women too. Where's my charger?
according to chat, the fourth worst moment of WWE was specific matches and moments that disappointed fans.
Mm-hmm. What's
Beyond
another one?
beyond just big picture booking, individual matches drew ire for poor execution or disappointing storytelling. Across the year, multiple matches were listed among the least liked, including some marquee bouts that underperformed expectations. Just about every match at WrestlePalooza,
Hey, my
saying
damn charger.
Stephanie's match were one of those matches, including John Cena's match with Brock Lesnar.
Which Stephanie match?
Stephanie went up against somebody. I want to say it was Nikki Bella at WrestlePalooza.
I mean, that was. I mean, if you want to call it a worst match of the year, it just happened. But okay.
No. That's not what I said. I said all of the matches on that card, except Stephanie's matches, were some of the worst matches of the year.
Yeah. They ate that up. Shout out to the Latinas. Black Eyed Peas know what's up.
Yeah.
They put that match on Monday. I said, damn, y'all hitting.
That was a good match.
You missed up. Y'all doing the damn thing. I was so happy watching that match.
Then the fifth point, they said WWE's creative reputation and
No, EO was SummerSlam, Aaliyah.
Their fan frustrations.
I feel like
was it EO going up against Stephanie? It could have been.
Because when did Nikki didn't?
That's when she won the title at
SummerSlam, right?
No, she won it at WrestlePalooza. It was after Evolution.
I mean, I love. Yeah, if you've been here within the last year. I'm a fan of Stephanie. However, the current state that we are in,
Maybe you are chopped and screwed.
say to be because I'm not interested.
Oh my God.
And a lot
What?
of y'all,
What did you
a lot of
say?
y'all, I'm not interested.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Dude, you literally went out into this whole, it sounded like you was in a garble tunnel. All we heard was
Oh,
you're not interested. That's what it
probably
said
because
at the
it's over.
end.
It's probably because it's over my my trash can
That's
on my
crazy.
laptop. I was sitting on top of my trash can.
I said, what? You're not interested in what? What is
I'm
that?
not interested in stuff. What's going on with Stephanie?
She ain't got no real challengers, Don.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not. I mean, Raquel's
No.
Raquel give her a good match, but the thing is, Raquel's not up there in skill.
Raquel ain't gonna give her no good rivalry. Raquel don't.
She's not, I don't feel like, and don't get it. Don't take it the wrong way when I say it. There is nobody that can really best with this lady except for the woman that was top of so-called yesteryear.
That's the point.
She should be up here wrestling. She should be in bouts with Oscar.
That's what
And
I'm saying.
And don't get me wrong, I love Nikki down, but Nikki should be going after somebody like Maxine. That's pretty much in her league,
Thank you.
wrestling wise. And I'm all about everybody touching bases with everybody.
Whatever.
But the thing is, you like to. I miss the days when somebody lost and it was somebody back there, bitch. Haha, you lost. I lost,
You
and so what? What
do?
you gonna do about it? I'm gonna give you an next L. That's something to do about it. And it was a ranking system that don't even exist no more. Where's the ranking system at?
No. You can just come out there and attack people now.
And I don't. Which to an extent I get, because every once in a while somebody do get tired of waiting in line. But at this, everybody keeps saying the line, bitch. There is no line. We're standing shoulder to shoulder. That's what it is. It's everybody for themselves, and it's so exhausting. It's like we're watching AEW in its beginning stages. Everybody's out here.
Ugh.
Bring back rankings. Bring back power rankings. Bring back bullies.
Ooh,
That's
child.
why I don't like Gunther, because y'all don't like Gunther because he's he's not a bully, but he don't take no shit.
No, he's a bully. He is.
He's more of a verbal bully first. And then when he do it, didn't I tell you I was gonna piss on you?
Change it, Jared. Change the fucking channel, please. It's
I already
torture.
told you that. But yeah, y'all ate something. And then like every manager is face. Can I get a heel GM rolling with the heels? Fuck. Everybody want to do good. What happened to having favorites? I don't have favorites. I don't have favorites. You should have a favorite to make the show a hell of a lot interesting. I'm telling you now. You trotting around I gave everybody the business. Yes. Fair. But now we're going in year 3, year 4, year 5 of you being GM, and you don't have no friends. You ain't tempted by nobody. You let everybody stress you out because you ain't got nobody. Ain't nobody in your back. Ain't nobody in your corner. Because trust and believe. Who's champion? CM Punk?
No, yeah.
Baby, we finna roll against the division. I don't care.
Go ask
I got
him.
your back. And then you had Adam turn on CM Punk, and then Adam Pearce is with division. That's a crazy shock right there.
I know.
You would throw up. Yes, you would.
No, that's enough. Now shit.
And that's the point.
No. You overloading us. And I'll be pissed off. I'm not watching that.
We ain't pissed off enough.
Not watch that.
I barely watch it as it is, honestly. You're lucky they were Austin Theory, yes. You almost lost me. Got this big dum-dum up here walking around just saying anything to come to his mind.
He's just mad.
Nobody's more born into this business than me.
I said, what?
What the fuck does that even mean?
What? What's going on?
I can name several more people that was more born into the business than you.
Yeah, one of them being Charlotte. Yeah, we're being fair.
One of them being
Nobody
Natty.
understands my pressure.
Charlotte do. Natalia does. Roman does. Jey Uso does.
Yeah.
Jimmy Uso does. There's such a long list of names that I could just name. We'll be here all goddamn day. And you talking about yourself. You could have that line out of that.
They've been
And
a
the
lot
sad part
of
is while we were watching you, and he said it's your turn to talk, we can see you scrambling for words to say.
He is not
That was the sad
comfortable.
part about it. So I'll be like, did you forget your paper? You should do what your friend do and write it on your hand so you can remember. I don't have time to waste. We're on the time. You better speak now, forever hold your peace. Until January 5th. Period, Aaliyah. You know the vibes. There's been a lot of interference. Yes, a lot of interference. Give me a new DQ. Give
How
me
the
some
fuck you gonna do that?
roll-ups.
That's all they've been doing. That's
you
all
can
they've
do
been doing.
you can do some count outs. Like it's no like and then I hate that everybody friends these days. That's been getting on my nerves lately too.
Who friends?
All the women.
I don't know about that.
I mean, they're not friends, but you can tell when bitches just too close, they don't want to hurt nobody. If you don't slap that hoe, the division went from not being able to throw punches because it looked too real to now y'all not even punching at all.
That ain't their fault.
You out there in front of you better punch that bitch. The fuck? What's gonna happen?
Shit.
Punch that hoe in her stomach. She ain't pregnant, is she?
You better hope not. The way these hoes is fucking and getting married.
That's why I have to ask that question. Y'all be pregnant with a
You
heartbeat.
might want to slow your roll a little bit on that one.
As soon as y'all get hot and popping, I have an announcement.
Yes,
Bitch, no, you don't. Turn the fuck around, because no, you don't. Maxine
just got married.
Okay. She already got her title. She good to go. She's certified. She good. She get a ring just off that accomplishment alone.
Her rehearsal dress was real cute.
That was cute. I said, damn, I love a skinny bitch in some nice clothes.
Mm-hmm.
She ate that up. I love Sydney, though. She seems cool. I would go with her and Chelsea to get some shots. But I wouldn't be out too long. They like to have fun, and I don't have that much fun.
Anyways, let's go back to the chat, see what the chat say. It says, these are fan-identified worst themes. The worst aspects and most commonly cited is inconsistent booking and storylines, disappointing match outcomes, including high-profile shows like WrestleMania, fan backlash to Cena's send-off, and event-specific issues, pulled matches, and poor structure. Sir, it seems that the consensus is that there is no real
issue.
There's no real structure in WWE. They just go on with what works.
And they don't know what works.
Whatever goes viral, they happy about.
And that's just it's a bad way to do business. Honest truth be told, that's a bad way because you supposed to. Wrestling came. I remember it's a video. I forgot whose video it was. It was a trend, and now it's trendy. You used to start the trend, and now you following the trends. There has been no new immersion of any new idea, any new gimmicks going on whatsoever. With the exception of a few. Honestly, Solo clocked the Wyatt Six.
He definitely did. He been tormenting them niggas.
That's not your idea, babe. That's your brother's.
He was like, the best
And you doing it
aspect of you is
verbatim.
no longer here. And I said, ooh. I said, oh shit. Now see, that is a cause for me to whip your ass.
And it's like you're trying to. Don't get me wrong. I understand what you're doing. You're doing your best to do it justice. However,
Can
it's
we
not your story, and because it's not your story, they're not doing it justice for you. And that's unfortunate. Because we all want to see how this unfolded and how it's going to go. And this every 2-3 weeks that we're getting from y'all, it's not working. I be forgetting that y'all tag team champions. And I would like to see y'all. We saw y'all heavy in October, but I guess that's because it was trendy to be scared in October. And we ain't seen you since. But I bet you what, when a major PLE come around, we gonna get that multi tag match with a ladder in it.
We ain't had a tag match on a PLE since SummerSlam.
Yep. The titles have been changing hands on SmackDown. Pretty much every title except for Cody has been changing hands on the show. Ain't that crazy? All of them has changed hands on the show. Ain't that crazy? U.S. title. Sammy and Ilya lost on a Friday. Tag team championships. Street Profits lost on a Friday. Tiffany lost on a Friday.
I was about to say, I ain't lose shit now. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but I didn't lose a damn thing.
Did she lose on the Friday? Was that? No, that was a Saturday.
It was a Saturday.
Is that when she lost on the Saturday? Yeah, that was a Saturday.
She lost, baby. Mercedes lost.
She lost. Yeah, shout out to that wig wearing girl.
Mercedes gave her dropped her title to Willow today. Yeah. Who the hell is it?
Hopefully this turns into.
Is she dating Brandon Ingram? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know that. All the rapper girlies is dating basketball players.
Yeah. We are so back in 2000s. I love it. Like, yes, this is what I want to see. Now I just need a rapper girl to pop out with a girlfriend. Not any girlfriend. I want a light skinned, bald headed, big titty, nice booty ass girlfriend. And she has to be bald headed. I'm not taking no exceptions. She gotta be bald. I don't want to see you dating yourself.
Brandon Ingram hit the shot, but I don't know if it's gonna count.
Who is that?
I don't know who the girl is with her.
And if y'all real, y'all agree with me.
He ain't shit, y'all.
I don't think he got that off in time.
Wait, go back.
Yeah, back to the issue at hand. They just gotta do better. Shit was flowing, but now it's not flowing. It's like once the stories per that man's mind ran out and it was time for him to fully take over, it was like it's given like he has been in the writer's room for such a long time and only a quarter of his ideas got through. So now that he's in the writer's room for real and he's like the lead, he's gonna push everything he got into what he can.
Go to that last go over there and see what he did
I
to that.
But like that shit is tiring. I'm tired of being in Hunter's mind. Let me out.
MJF got that fuck you suit that Conor McGregor had on. He is such a punk bitch sometimes.
Who, Conor McGregor?
No, yeah, but no. Don't talk about him there.
I'm gonna
I
say I
don't
like the
understand.
Irish man.
What's the difference between that belt and the belt that they had
Said
before?
something about Triple B. I don't know what the fuck that mean.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand. Maybe where's Nicole at? Nicole, what did MJF
Here's
do
my
to the
phone.
damn
She was
title?
watching NXT. She watching AEW just 2 seconds
Yes, she
ago.
was. Yeah, huh?
That's what the thing says.
So what does that mean? She's down to like what? 10 titles now?
No, she should be down to
9?
7.
7? Damn, she losing them quick.
Losing all her belts, huh?
Mercedes done lost 3.
Damn.
Yeah, she lost. I know the 3 she
She lost
lost.
the
She
Ring
lost
of
the one to
Honor
Real Velvet.
championship back to Red Velvet. This one
Uh-huh.
she lost that British title to that girl on a PLE for Ring of Honor, I think.
Uh-huh.
And then she lost this one to Willow. That's 3.
Yeah. Okay. So she's it's like 10. I think it's 10 now.
Well, anybody marrying Conor McGregor either got a hidden agenda or they crazy because that man be beating on his women. So
Did you see? I just saw that it was a Alabama pastor got killed by his wife, but it was history of domestic violence. I said, "Oh, well, I ain't got nothing else to read then. Shit,
okay.
it sounds like he got what he deserves. Stop beating on women."
MJF looked like he put a dark rinse in his head.
His name is what?
Maxwell
No,
Jason?
did you peep that on Monday?
What Monday?
Okay.
What you talking about?
Punk's hair was dark as hell. I said, if you don't leave that just for men alone,
Baby.
I like your gray hairs. Put that motherfucking box down.
His name is
No, he
Maxwell
fucked
Jacob
up.
Freeman.
Nigga named Jacob gonna talk crazy to me. I'll punch you in the motherfucking throat.
What's wrong with Jacob?
Soft ass name.
The name soft.
Talk to me, baby.
I thought it was Keith.
No,
I thought Keith was the worst name in English language.
that's what according to family matters. So I'm not gonna say that shit because I got people named Keith. So I don't agree with that.
It's his baby mama. Anybody brave enough to procreate with that maniac is she well deserving of a ring, I guess. I hope the bitch getting some money out of it. That's all I can tell you. Cause it couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been me. With no clothes on, shoes, and no. It would not have been me. Anyways, let's see what chat says WWE got to do to change. Let us see. Butter toast. According to the chat, it says, if WWE wants 2026 to feel most watched again, not just habit watched, a few real shifts need to happen, not cosmetic changes, but creative and structural upgrades. Here's the honest breakdown. Number 1, it says less overproduction, more wrestling energy. WWE is visually perfect, but sometimes it's too polished. That's true. It says what it needs to change is fewer camera cuts, especially during matches. Let entrances breathe instead of rushing them, and stop cutting away from crowd reactions. Why it matters.
Talk to Janae, because she's been saying that since 2019.
That is facts.
She said every kick should not has a different camera angle. Every time somebody kick, the camera changes.
That's true. She has been saying that. Shout out to Janae. Love Janae.
Lay you down, girl. Well wishes.
Yeah, it says fans connect to emotion, not LED boards. When moments feel organic, think Evolution 2025, the crowd becomes part of the show again, which is true. Evolution had probably one of the best crowds. By the way, they're going back to Puerto Rico for Backlash.
Evolution was I will say Evolution was a good crowd. I was there. I know.
He was there.
I was right behind. I was a couple rows back from Taylor. Shout out to Taylor. He had on his Naomi shirt, as he should. It was really a good show.
long-term storytelling with actual payoff is the second point that the chat makes. It says WWE starts stories well, but too many end with no resolution, random pivots, and momentum killers. This is 1,000% accurate. There's at least 5 storylines that have happened this year that have had this type of ending. Okay, including John Cena's. So they are 100% correct in this.
And I agree with what you said on Monday about the Kabuki words and Bliss and Charlotte.
Mhm.
How is everybody fighting for Oscar and Kyrie when they ain't even fought the last person that they beat?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
And they
saying.
shouldn't even be fighting with everybody else for it. But then that's the problem. Why is
That is
everybody
the
fighting position? Can we bring back rematch clauses? The
thank
problem with
you.
rematch clauses was that you would always want to invoke them every time. There should be a 3 limit thing. Your first time, okay, you get your rematch. And if y'all doing hot potato on this third time that y'all do hot potato, you can't get no rematch after that.
That's
You're in the loop.
true. So the shit with like Charlotte and
And Sasha
and
and who
Sasha,
else? It was
um,
AJ and another. It was Seth and somebody. It was just too much back and forth going. I want my
yeah,
title shot.
yeah, yeah. I do think that rematch clauses should be coming back, and I do think that they should be limited. If you're gonna have a 3-part series between the three of them, then the rematch clause shouldn't even come into play except for one time. It should
Because
be a
we
one-time
that's
thing.
just the rematches off nothing. Yeah, you beat me fair and square, but I wasn't 100%. So give me a rematch. No,
No, you
I
get to the
beat
back
you,
of the line.
bitch.
Like, what are you talking about?
I beat you in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. I ain't cheat. You were weak and you
Where's the
couldn't fight hard enough. I won. No. Back
exactly
of
that?
line. Get to the back behind the 25 other people that want a shot.
That should have been the way it should have been with fucking Nikki's ass. Because I was confused. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you're not finished with her? Bitch, she done with you.
It's funny. She said, "We're not done yet.
I'm
I
like,
want
why
a
the fuck
rematch."
you ain't?
I said, "Nikki, baby, I love you, but there are other titles that you can go after. You really don't have to sit here with this. You can go be a
Stephanie
part
better
of
than me.
this agency with Chelsea. She would love that.
Now see, this all could have been resolved if Raquel had did her job and just whooped her ass.
That too.
Because why is you letting this woman come in between you and your opportunity and then sitting up here getting mad and not doing nothing about it? How you gonna go backstage and yell at Liv and fucking Roxanne? You got me defending Roxanne and Liv, and your ass was back there and could have easily went and found Nikki Bella and whipped her ass.
Okay. Who would have thought that you'd be defending street trash?
Because what do you mean? This
And
is
you Raquel, you bitch. So just so we clear, there's no confusion. I don't need help tonight. Bitch, we weren't gonna help you anyway, huh?
right. The look
After
on
the
Liv's
whole thing
face
you met
was
last week, I didn't even think about that shit. I didn't think you needed help.
Liv's face said, "Bitch, you look like you need my help." But you know what?
Okay, because she said, "Well, I don't need your help." She said, I
Okay.
knew that. I wasn't going out there
Okay.
anyway, bitch."
I wasn't coming out there.
Anyway, saying we were coming up with some strategies so we could be tag team champs. I don't know
And
what the fuck
then
you were talking about.
she was like, then Roxanne said something. She was, what the fuck did
Shit, what
Roxanne
what
say?
Roxanne say? Because stop
I
it,
was
that bitch
like,
been talking a lot.
I
Hmm?
was like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. You're
And I
in
was like, well, when did you
trouble.
start? When you start beefing with your bitch?
Because you was running around with Roxanne like she was the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Literally, like she
She
cool.
was
This
your
on
little
homegirl. Like, just give her a
Chiquita.
chance. She real tight.
Right. That was your
But
Chiquita,
she,
remember?
yeah,
Yeah.
when she was down, you was 10 toes down on the bitch. But now
Right.
Liv
Kicking
come
her
back and you
ass,
like, I don't know.
helping her
I
win,
didn't think she was
dashing and
wishy
shit.
washy.
You was doing it all. Now all of a sudden you mad. I don't know. Anyways, according to the chat, they say the way you can fix the bullshit is map out a 6 to 12 month arc for top stars and mid carders. And mid carders. Not just the top
Uh,
stars.
yeah,
Mid
because
carders.
the difference is with that man, we never knew when shit was not planned until, for the most part, if it was like a genuine like surprise, well, then we would know. But we wouldn't know that shit was off the rails until it come out in the interview. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be me in that position, but I just got lucky.
No, right.
We can literally tell in this day and age who was supposed to be where, because when it's not supposed to be you. You don't put no effort into them.
And then too, he wasn't gonna put nothing out without it being able to have an ending. That's one thing that he didn't do. Like if it started with this point, it was gonna end to finish that point. And
you ain't gotta end the same way it started. That's so stupid.
I don't like that with Triple H because he does things where, and it's not always Triple H's fault. So I won't shit on Kratos too much, but the situation with John Cena could have been rectified simply by not overblowing it. You blew it up, and what you should have done is had The Rock removed from the situation. You had him too ingrained in it. You should have just had him like Paul Heyman, where he was literally whispering in his ear. It should have been a situation where instead of you having him be out there at the forefront the whole time, he should have pulled back once Cody was still wavering on his decision, and you should have saw him canoodling with John Cena. It should have been very subtle, where he was in the back and he, stopped and saw John talking, or you saw him and he was like, "Hey, John, you want to talk? Let's talk over dinner." And John's like, "Okay, cool." And the reaction to us would look normal. Then the camera would zoom in on the final boss, and he obviously would have that sinister smile. Little stuff like that would have worked better than you having him fully ingrained into Cody Rhodes' arc in the beginning of the year, and then he just removed himself completely. And then you had Travis Scott. Travis Scott showed up twice. Mania and Backlash, and then Travis Scott is gone. The only time you got any get back was at Backlash, which was just a little punch to the face. And they said the reason why Travis didn't work out is because he was unreliable. He would show up high and drunk sometimes. And as wrestlers, they weren't going to be able to insure him and do anything with him being under the influence. So they had to get rid of him.
The most embarrassing part, you got this white man that don't even be here for real calling you out. You know how embarrassing it is for us? This man said, yeah, what I figure, or what seems to be what assuming is that you didn't think that, you thought this was all shits and giggles. It was a lay down job. You didn't think you had to put in real work for it.
Even Bad Bunny took the time to learn the shit, respected the craft.
What he said, but Bad Bunny and myself, he had to include himself. Mm-hmm. Which he ain't lying. They did take the time out to learn the craft.
He's not, and you can say Logan Paul's a shitty person. That's a fair assessment.
He's a bomb-ass wrestler.
Yeah, he's a very good wrestler. He's just not a good wrestling character. He's terrible at cutting promos and furthering storylines, but he's very good in the ring. I'll never take that away from him. And he did do his due diligence. He was fully ingratiating himself in business. So
he did take the time.
You can't. That's one thing you can't take from him. You can't tell him he's not good at what he does in that ring, and you can't tell him he didn't go balls to the wall when it came to learning this business and getting his feet wet like he should have. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. So I can't shit on him for that.
Yeah, I don't shit on him when it comes to his work. And when it comes to that mouth, my foot is on that neck.
You're terrible. You should be.
I'm never letting you breathe.
Like, go get you some acting classes. Rhea was horrible, and she went and fixed her shit.
Okay, she got that shit together. That's a good job, man, because I couldn't sit through no more of your shit.
She said, "This ain't gonna work." Charlotte is eating my ass up every time we go out there. I can't take this.
Charlotte's eating you up. Oscar's eating you. Oscar can't even speak English. She's eating you up.
Your ass up in 2 languages, bitch. You should have been ashamed.
Horrible. You lucky Alexa Bliss was pregnant.
No, for real, because Alexa would have been
in trouble.
That little woman was mean.
That woman was a bitch.
She was so mean. Oh my God.
She doubled down on her bitchness. Like when she came back for Becky, who's the little bitch now? This little bitch got your title, don't it?
Mm-hmm. She was not. She was not. She was a menace.
She showed
She,
no grace.
she was such a menace. And they talking about having that goddess character come back too.
It's been some time. She needs to go ahead and return back to her roots. It's
If
been like
that's
10
okay,
years. It's been
man,
like
just
almost 10 years. Oh my God.
do whatever y'all want to do at this point. I don't give a shit.
No, I'm sick. This bitch ain't been like that since I graduated high school.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God.
That's
It's
crazy.
spiraling.
He said he's spiraling. That's crazy. I can't with him. Now, third point. It said to fix the problems, you need to protect finishes and less distraction spam. I agree. Stop with the
Yes.
constant run-ins. Stop with the constant cheat. And not the cheat. I don't mind a subtle cheat, but when it's
It
every
don't gotta
match,
be so blatant. It don't gotta be every week. Every week division is cheating. Y'all already outnumbered. Y'all got
every
the
week they
biggest number in
either
here.
right, they either DQing themselves or they're cheating.
And
Judgment Day
it's
is
weak.
another one. Judgment Day's another one. They either running in there saving each other or they cheating. Dom cheating every match. And while I love Dom's channeling of his Uncle Eddie, I'm fine with that. But even Eddie had some finesse. Even Eddie won matches clean. There were matches he won clean. Dominic's not a bad wrestler. I don't understand why he can't just win clean. Do you understand that that is even a bigger flex than you taking off your boot and cheating? Like, come on.
Or even I feel like even if it's gonna be cheating, it shouldn't be like so direct. Some shit should be like when Damian Priest was winning, and it was just like it's just so happened that CM Punk happened to be around
Right?
every
It was
corner.
very coincidental
That's how
every
it should
single
be.
time. And I was like, this is nuts. Like the rope, like when the top, like that, some of that shit wasn't supposed to happen. Like with the ropes breaking like they did and
Yeah,
his foot getting caught in the ropes. Like that shit
like
was
shit
wild.
like that.
So I agree with the chat. I do think they should focus more on protecting the finishes, giving
It's like
clean
that match
finishes.
with Dom and Cena. It was too much. First you had Raquel and Liv come out. Raquel and Roxanne come out there. Cool. They didn't
No,
need to
it
jump.
had everybody come
And
out there.
you had JD, Finn, or
And
somebody
Liv.
else. With somebody
And
JD and
Liv.
Finn come out there, and Raquel and Roxanne jumped him with them, and that didn't keep him down. And then you had Liv come out there, which we
Mhm.
love a good go home moment, but y'all could have did that backstage.
You could have just had Liv come out there to begin with.
That too.
You could have just had the match,
We knew
let
she
them
was
go back
there.
and forth, and then as Dom and John was down, her music hit, she come out, they still down, and then she distract the referee or whatever, or they figure out some kind of way to make it work.
And what it should have been is him trying different ways to cheat because he already did the boot thing, it didn't work. He did the chair thing, it didn't work. He should have did the count out thing, it didn't work. I can't beat this nigga. So I got a surprise for you. Here comes Liv. She do what she do, and that's it.
I think he like the only person that's like won in their hometown on a PLE. And we ain't seen Randall in months. Like,
Okay, are you okay?
no, he ain't. Like,
Every time you leave, you gotta think you injured. You like, no, I was just at home.
he just at home.
Let's
He
see.
gotta go back because he gotta be the last person
Do we
Cody go
have
up
any
against.
high schoolers, middle schoolers moving on?
Who his children?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how old Randy Orton's kids are. I have no
That could be
idea.
a thing too. I've noticed with the people with older kids, they break off a little bit.
Well, he was doing the
Tend to
Saudi
those
tour. Him, Grayson Waller, I think they had Liv over there at one point.
Oh yeah,
The
because
night
Austin
of
was there too.
the night of John Cena's retirement, that's where he was. That's why everybody was asking, where was Randy? And they put Randy on the schedule to go to Saudi because they had to have some big names go over there, and everybody else was at the show. So Kevin was there. Kevin was at John's show. Sammy was there, which I would have sent Sammy. No shade to Sammy, but Sammy's really big in Saudi. Like, Sammy is one of the biggest stars on the roster in Saudi. He should have went. But they sent Randy because Randy is one of their megastars, which is fair. I'm just saying. His first daughter is a teen, and the daughter with Kim is in like the 3rd or 4th grade. Oh, he got real young kids. Okay. She didn't say. She just said his first daughter is a teen. He has a child with his first wife, and then he's got kids with his wife Kim.
Yeah, both kids.
Mm-hmm. Then the boys. She said then the boys are all in between. Oh, okay. That ain't none of my business. I don't know how.
Just trying to do some math, trying to figure some shit out.
Ain't none of my business. I'm just
next.
I don't. So they said they need to protect finishes, less distraction spam, and give rivalries real consequences. I 1000% agree, because if you're in a rivalry with someone and they're constantly attacking you, and the only consequence is that they lose at the PLE, that does not stop them or deter them from doing it. Like the shit Brian Breaker was doing to people, not Brian Breaker, but Bronson Reed, where he was just attacking them and tsunamiing them over and over and over again. Where was the consequences for that?
It's like the comedy doesn't bleed anymore. Like Teddy will put anybody against the Undertaker. It doesn't matter who the fuck it was. You finna fight the Undertaker. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of talking to you.
Teddy Long said.
And that's what should be the Wyatt 6. That should be a hole. I'm sending you to the thick six.
The fear.
Bitch, what? You're not. I'm not going there.
I know he was home here.
You're going to that black door. Go.
All the superstars was home for Christmas, though. But I'm glad that WWE implemented that they can go home for Christmas. So
did you hear my voice note yesterday watching NXT? I was so high trying to figure out why the show was going by so fast. The show was pre-recorded.
Yes, it was.
I said, damn, it's 8:30. I said, it's 9:30. It's the main event. I said, oh shit, it's not live.
No, it's not.
Like, damn, this is a quick show. I said, we hitting all the hot points real fast.
Everybody was home. They pre-recorded all of this stuff. So these last 2 weeks, they've been home for the holidays.
Love that for them.
And that's how they do it every year. That's why I said when it gets after, like closer to Thanksgiving, I usually start in October. Once it hit like October, then I start to tell y'all need to prepare for the slowdown because it's coming. And everybody always gets mad, but I'm like, y'all not paying attention. The wrestlers are getting ready to get time off, and a lot of them take time off. Like what we see with LA Knight had it written into his contract that he gets mandatory time off. So he is not running on fumes, which is hella fucking smart because you are
telling me
you're going 300 days out of the year and you only get maybe 2 weeks, if that, out of those 300 days. And a lot of them didn't even get that. And the bigger you are on the roster, the bigger the demand is for you. And unless you're somebody like Roman Reigns, where you can take 2 or 3 months in between a PLE, it's not going to happen. You got to run with the rest of the crew. So him being able to take off, he took off right before John Cena's last match. So 2 weeks before that, he got injured and taken out. He's going to be gone until mid-January. He's supposed to pop back up then. Right around the time they start talking about Royal Rumble, he's supposed to show back up. So this was before well, it was after Thanksgiving. No, It was before Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was before Thanksgiving. So he's been gone for a little while. Hmm. Well, according to the chat, it says they got a couple more points. Third point is make mid card titles matter again. Oof, this is very MAGA coded. I don't like it.
Ah,
Anyway, it said mid card
that,
belts should feel
that
like.
great again is the truth.
Well, it is true. It says mid card titles should feel like career elevators, not TV props. I've been saying this, and I've said that those are supposed to be stepping stone titles. If you get the US title within 6 months, you should be going after that main event championship unless you're
In the
turning
next
that
year.
right, unless you're turning it into a legacy like Gunther did or whatever. But after you get that title, you need to be one of the first people in line to be champion, or at least go after the championship. It
You
says,
need to be like, I don't understand why we not coming in. Braun and Bronson should be tag team champs right now. Why are they
I
not? If
I
they have
thought they
such
were
a
gonna
tight
be.
knit unit, why are they not?
I don't know, and they should have been. While Seth was carrying that championship, they should have went after the tag team titles. Then I don't know why they did it, but then Seth got injured, so they had to pivot.
I didn't hear no heel versus heel shit because JD wasn't doing shit. They was out going after everybody.
And the vision said they was the dominant faction. So if you
How are you the
dominant, then you
dominant
take out
faction and you don't?
everybody.
That's where the stupid the redundancy come in because you said you the top team only because Seth had the title. What about you two? Y'all don't have shit. Literally, Dom has the belt, the mid card belt. Y'all not on that nigga ass. I don't care what I'm on your ass regardless. I want the gold. I don't care who it's on. I want it.
Period.
It could be on my great great grandma. I want that gold.
Not just on your great great grandma.
And I'm finna spear that bitch. Tsunami that bitch to the mat. I'll get that gold.
It says here's what they need to do. Treat mid card champions as future main eventers. Let title reigns define characters and feature
Mhm.
mid card matches without comedy or filler.
Yeah. I feel like that's why Chelsea hadn't been on the PLE because she's too funny.
That is true.
But
When
it's like
fans
she
believe
has
a
skill.
US or intercontinental title matters, the whole show rises. This I
That's
understand. I
true.
agree.
Because that's how it was back then. Like MVP had the title, like we was on the edge of our seat.
Ugh, I hated when he had that championship.
Montel for Montavious Porter.
He was such a smug bastard. I
It's like,
hated
damn,
him.
it's just the US title.
I hated him so much.
And I hate that the US title feels less than.
I hate that too. When he pissed me off, I was
It's,
just be like, whip his ass. Whip his
like
ass now.
and then at the same time, it's like we've been screaming it since we've been cool. There needs to be character development. I don't understand how we do. They're working on it, but there needs to
Mm,
be a specific slot designed for that
I agree.
because people get characters and they don't know what their character want. Bitch is you. How are you confused? What do you want for them? Have you not played a game before
Mm-mm.
or watched TV?
I
Nope,
will
it's
say
gonna be
that
off
they
the whole
do
life.
very well at character development on NXT. I will say
Yes.
that Sean does a very good job. I don't know who else he has over there with him and his staff, but they do a very good job at developing the characters in NXT. But on the main roster, they don't do a good job at curating stories so said characters can blossom on the main roster, and that's the problem.
Mhm.
Now, they said the fourth point is exactly what Don was saying earlier was to stop hot potato booking and trust the crowd. They said WWE sometimes panics when reactions aren't instant. Instead, let characters breathe. Allow slow burn turns and trust live crowd reactions over online noise. I agree because the internet is a small piece of WWE. The internet shouldn't dictate how WWE moves overall. Because that's where you get into trouble. Listening to the goddamn internet. That's how they fucked up with Kofi. Listening to the goddamn internet. The fifth point, it says the women's division keep the evolution energy. Evolution proved the women's division thrives when treated seriously. 2026 must include one major woman-focused event yearly, minimum. So let Evolution be another PLE that they keep in rotation. Non-title women's feuds with depth. I have been begging for this.
Talk it.
Please give us non-title feuds.
Io, Oscar, Rhea, and Kyrie should not be fighting over them titles. It has nothing to do with the tag titles.
It should just be fighting.
They should be fighting because that old bitch is tripping. Hello?
Right.
That's it.
Right.
The old bitch is tripping. The old bitch said, I own you. If it wasn't for me, bitch, you wouldn't be here. And that's why you got me fucked up because, bitch, I'm me and you are you. We do two different things.
Thanks.
And that's the only reason why we got to fight. I shouldn't have to fight you for no titles. I don't fuck about that shit. I want to beat your ass, bro.
We gonna watch the ball drop? You gonna watch the ball drop? Mm-hmm.
If I can get that to bring me.
That should be pissing me off.
Can I do your hair today?
And then with the last one, I feel like we be having too many PLEs because the way I used to look at stuff is like, so
you have a lightning
a few were down on a Sunday, right? So if a few were down on a Sunday, we get to Monday, it's a whole new month. I'm like, you got 4 weeks to sell me on this story.
Right.
Now we don't have 4 weeks to sell. You have literally 2 weeks to sell me on the story, and that's not enough time.
And that'd be the part that I hate the most.
Cause I can't get jiggy with that shit. I don't know what we're talking about.
I got extra charger.
And that's why every week somebody got to fight somebody. That's the only reason you can get a rise out of somebody is if you jump from behind.
I know that, but I have a lightning port adapter. Hold on. I have a lightning port adapter that he can plug into this and use. That's why I'm asking for the extra charger. Do you not believe what I'm telling you? Jesus. Okay.
I could have jerked that chicken. Damn, that'd have been good. Too late now.
Okay. It says they want more stipulation matches for the women. I think that Asuka, Io, Rhea, and Kyrie should have ended their feud in a steel cage. That would have been interesting.
Or Hell in a Cell.
Right. Because we ain't had no Hell in a Cell match at all this year.
No, it's really disappointing.
They had not nan. And we usually get one.
I feel like if our girl was still here, I don't know. We probably could have had one with her and Jade.
Oh, Naomi.
Mm-hmm, that would have slapped.
They should have had them inside. Well, Naomi was pregnant. Well, she was pregnant at Evolution.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that was a street fight match.
It was.
Damn.
That was a brutal match.
That is a resilient baby.
I was so mad. I think I came in on that match and I missed a little bit of that one.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah, because I was late.
It was good though.
And then it was like that's Tiffany and Trish. I said, I'm finna give me something to eat. I ain't about to sit and watch this shit.
And the final point, they said that 2026 must include its consistent screen time, not rotational neglect. The women don't need permission to carry shows anymore. They've already proven it. That I 1000% agree with. For the most part,
they're still fighting for a main event slot on a Monday. I don't give a fuck about the vision.
Ooh, child, you ain't lying because Monday that was terrible.
Y'all be doing the same shit at the end of every Monday. You gonna jump CM Punk? Okay, you can do that at the beginning of the show, which you already do.
Right.
I don't want to see that.
For the most part, Chad's been hitting all the points. Dang, AI ain't missing yet. Point number 6, smarter use of legends. Enhance, don't replace. Legends should elevate, not overshadow. The best use is for managers, mentors, occasional special matches, story drivers, not weekly crutches. If a legend appears, it should mean something and change the direction of a current star. Yes.
Hello. That's what the women understand. It should aid them and not take away from their moment, which I'm not too upset. It depends on how you are. If you somebody that's been winning, and you come back to win some more, I don't want to see that.
I feel
If you
like in
somebody like
Stephanie's
Zack
case,
Ryder who want to come back and stake a claim, I'll fuck with it.
yeah, I feel like in Stephanie's case when it came to Nikki Bella, that happened because there's nobody up there right now.
Mhm.
So we stuck. Um, Point number 7, shorter, sharper weekly shows. 3 hours is a lot, especially when it's padded. Ideal fix, tighter pacing, fewer recap packages. Yes, I'm tired of the recaps. Please.
Oh, okay.
Cut filler segments and extend meaningful matches. Quality moments are always going to be greater than quantity of segments, which I agree.
I have to say it depends on the filler.
Mm-mm.
Like
It
when we
gotta
saw,
mean something. It gotta
right,
mean
that's what I'm
something.
saying. What we saw last week, it was kind of okay with the Miz and Joe Hendry.
Mm,
It was all right. It wasn't like the grandest thing because we know that Punk and Miz and Truth ain't really about to go nowhere.
mm-mm.
But if it was done within that way to set something up, then I would fuck with it.
Point number 8. Let wrestlers sound like themselves again. Promos feel strongest when talent isn't overly scripted. That's true. 2026 direction should be bullet point promos, not word for word scripts. Let accents, cadence, and personality shine and accept imperfection. It feels real. Fans connect to authenticity, not memorization. Bottom line, to make WWE more enjoyable in 2026, the company doesn't need a reboot, it needs confidence. Confidence to trust the audience, commit to stories, let moments breathe, and elevate everyone, not just the top 4 names. When WWE leans into emotion, consequence, and authenticity, the product stops feeling like a TV show and starts feeling like professional wrestling again. Mm-mm. Oh, I lost Donnie. I honestly believe they can do a little bit of both. I'm all for the balance. I prefer it being a TV show and a professional wrestling show. And it can do both. Like the high production value of Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre's scripted segment was really good. I like that. I think they should keep that aspect of it when it's necessary. They should use that to build bigger feuds as well as enhance the end of a feud. Um, that's the best part about WWE's version of wrestling, in my opinion. Now,
What was said? My laptop died.
it said to make WWE more enjoyable in 2026, the company needs to have confidence to trust the audience, commit to stories, let moments breathe, and elevate everyone, not just the top 4 names. When WWE leans into emotion, consequence, and authenticity, the product stops feeling like a TV show and starts feeling like professional wrestling again. And I said that it should feel like both. It should operate as a TV show as well as a professional wrestling show.
Yeah, because you do need that cushion to kind of take you off of that intense moment you just saw.
And that's what sets WWE apart from the other professional wrestling promotions is that it has the high production value. It has the TV show style storylines. That's the way it's supposed to be. But I feel like
We
there's
getting
a
stuck in
good,
this Luca copy and
yeah,
paste that stories.
yes. Yes, and there's no nuance to it. There's no freshness. Like you're like, okay, well, why
Cause
are
it's
you
like I with Josh Briggs and not Evan, Jesus Christ, Javon. Like I get the point of it, but like it just wasn't pushed as hard.
mm-mm.
Just be like, why are you on my case? Because you up here bouncing all around the ring with all this energy, and I don't like it. I hate it. You too hopeful. I don't want to break it. Like what Ethan Page said, you have a nice smile, and I just want to see you start smiling.
That shit was wild as hell. I
I want
said
to
that's
break your
serious
jaw.
level shit.
And that's why I like, because like it's just real raw hater. Ethan Page don't have a reason to do anything that he's doing besides because he want to.
Yeah, because he's a hating ass bitch.
And that's it. I love a hater.
I don't.
It just gives
It
like
gives weak.
the reason y'all don't even know why y'all don't even like the man. Y'all just hate the man.
You just hate him. I can tell you why I don't like that nigga. Straight
Be
up.
quiet. I didn't ask you. Y'all, the man came out and y'all just like, who is this man? Why he got such an attitude on him? And that's just real raw hate and activity.
That nigga
And he
always.
didn't like y'all back because y'all hated him.
And you know what? It wasn't even that when he first got there, he just looked like a typical frat boy call style character. He didn't resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. But I noticed that he didn't even get a chance.
Oh, that's spicy.
He didn't.
Shit.
He didn't even get a chance. And I was like, well, damn.
Food's done. Hey, look.
Can he try? You know, like B. Jefferson said, quiet as it kept, Maurice was T for the division. She was a bitch and kept it coming to the girls to remind them. I could not stand.
Hello, like just for no reason.
I could not
She would
stand.
walk on the scene. They be like, well, bitch, what's your
ass.
problem? She be like, girl, because you're American.
Oh,
That's why. That's my issue with you. You're
I
American.
agree with Don. I love a hater, but also I love a hater with sense. Y'all
Yes,
both
you gotta
love
hate for a
delusional
reason.
haters. Y'all both love the delusional haters. Miz
Because
and
it
fucking
just
Ethan are delusional haters. Please stop.
yes. Like really, what were y'all really mad about Kelly Kelly for? She didn't win shit. She didn't have shit. What did y'all hate the bitch for?
I didn't hate Kelly
happy?
Kelly. I thought Kelly Kelly was a cute white girl. That was about it.
That's all. Just like
I didn't see nothing for that lady.
Oh, Kelly. I gotta beat this bitch up. For what? She ain't doing nothing.
A lot of what Melina got, she deserved from Maurice, if I'm being fair. And Maurice was one of them type of bitches that would, this hoe was talking in French and was talking shit about him. And I'm like, y'all couldn't understand this hoe talking about you to your face. And she was like, oh, I just said that you look amazing in your outfit today.
That whole, I remember that time. That was funny. She said, oh, I like your top.
I'm like, girl.
You didn't say that shit. You said her breath stank.
Yes.
And it's just crazy because like y'all would
Kelly because Kelly Kelly is a stunning white woman. She just is. Mm-hmm. There's really no way to go about it other than she is a beautiful white woman. She always has been.
Story aspect, I get it. It's like this is the eye candy. Why can't I be eye candy too?
Well,
and that's just the plain hater ways.
The problem with you being eye candy is that you have to be eye candy.
And that's where I feel like Ivy and Maxine can do this shit, can do a story like that because it ain't truly gotta be about the title. The title can be involved, but she's like, you know what? You think because you IC champ, you tall and slender that you that girl, you ain't nothing. I'm a real woman.
And I'm like, I beat you. So we're even.
And it could have went on like that. Like it's just simple. Mad. Like y'all just don't. I hate you because you got a title and I want it. So if I didn't have the title, would you still hate me?
Yeah.
So why do you hate me? It's not the title.
I just don't like the fact that you got it. What's the reason? I don't like you.
I don't like the fact that you have it. Okay, let me put it down. What about it now?
Yeah, I don't like you still.
Like, come on now. And they don't express the reason. Because I'm going to give you a reason. What is your problem?
I don't need to have
I'm
a
so
reason to
glad
not
you
like
asked
you.
me. We
Oh
only
my
been about
God.
5 minutes, actually. But let me tell you.
Your breath stank. You leave your drawers in the locker room.
That gear you got on, I'm not really a fan of it. It's too much going on. The colors clash, the design clash. It's just too much for me personally.
Bullshit reason to not like
your shoes.
Don, please.
You've been wrestling them shoes since January. It is July. Baby, I know them shoes stink. Have you washed them? Don't answer that. I don't even want to know. Another thing. Your hair. What are we doing with it? Is it getting retwist? Like, do we not have time? What are we doing? Like, it's pissing me off because I see you every week and your hair not done. What's going on?
Look, I ain't got time to do my hair. You gonna back up off of me.
And that's all I need. I just need some good bullshit. Like, hate this nigga for no. Like, Miz didn't like John Cena because he was the top guy. And he's like, also, on top of that, I hate your shirts. I hate that you fucking wrestle in jean shorts. What are you doing? And then your shoes, they're not even good shoes. And this fuck ass buzz haircut, get a new hairstyle. You're not even a Marine person. You're cosplaying. Nobody's a hater like that no more.
Your fuck ass Bob.
Well, Seth was hating on Punk, but he didn't get into detail. He ain't go deep.
He was crying a lot about personal shit.
Yeah.
And that's not hating. You just whining.
That's why I would have talked his ass. You don't hate me. You're grieving. Oh. And now that I'm acknowledging you, you can grieve properly. So actually, you're welcome.
That would have been awesome.
You're actually welcome because I'm actually helping you get through this process. The first step is admitting you have a problem. You did that. I saw that video you did. You admitted that.
Lakewood were not haters. They were bullies. There's a difference.
Not fuck Max Shell. Lakewood, they weren't haters. They were bullies.
They were bullies.
I remember, I'll never forget when Rosa was like, what about Lakewood Rosa? They said Lakewood, yeah. Rosa, never. When's the last time you won a match, actually? She said, oh. Damn. I said, damn, when is the last time Rosa won a match?
It had been a while.
She said, when was the last time you were on TV?
Right now.
I said, stop hitting her like that. Oh my God.
While I'm standing next to you. Probably the last time Mickey James beat you.
I don't know. If nobody could ever say, child, Rosa never had nothing to say. There's nothing you could ever say that's gonna clock me. I could be Paige and we could be on the mic and you could say, at least my video ain't out there, bitch. At least I got something.
Okay.
At least there's video footage of me. What do we have of you? Playing hide and go seek when it's time to get released?
Or you not getting no play at all. Okay, man.
You down bad so bad you want to continue to fall out again so you get on TV. You talking to me? Girl.
Yeah.
Go sit down.
BJ said if they're gonna do that with Jade and BFAB, they better do it right and bring in Sade as the third. Who is Sade?
Do you mean Jade?
No.
Jade and B, or do you mean Jade?
And
you mean
Jade? He said bring in Sade as the third.
Who is Sade?
Jade.
I think he meant Jade.
No.
No, this says SADE.
More Sade?
Mm-hmm.
From TNA?
They talking about more. Oh.
See, this is why I wish they wouldn't have put Lash with Nia, because Lash would have been
Lash could have been a baddie behind Jade.
She should have been with Jade Cargill. She should have been with Jade. I feel like
Lash would have just outshined Jade.
No, she wouldn't have.
No, she wouldn't, because Jade would have kept her ass in check.
No, because Jade is gonna be. That's where you start the feud at between Lash and Jade Cargill. But first, you gotta let her work behind the scenes. It's just like what we saw with Brian Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Seth Rollins. Like somebody was gonna do it.
It's not too late, honestly.
I still think Lash should go. If they
Jay
still
could beat
keep
up Nia
having
and take Lash.
yeah, she could be like, you either get with the winning team or you can get your ass beat. What you want to do?
Okay, because it's gonna come a time. Nia gonna feel like that girl again. She'll come again. She said, "You might be that girl, but I'm that bitch."
And period.
You need to get with the winning team.
And they should have been put Nia on Jay Cargill.
Yes, they have such good chemistry.
Because why do y'all keep dancing around that? They did that when she was a face. Ugh, I hate it here sometimes. You back home?
Such good chemistry. Bianca was reading Ellie doing it.
Thank you, I guess.
Man, I wish we would have off seasons so we could go back and watch old stuff. That's the problem now. We don't have off seasons. We can't go back and watch nothing. Every other sport gets to live in glory days watching old ass shit. We are constantly on a go. But I wish you could stop and just sit and watch the Thunderdome era because that time was just so
truly a time to be alive.
Crazy. Sasha wig split in the middle of the match.
Mm-hmm.
Right before we went out of COVID, Enzo was naked on TV.
Oh, I love Enzo. Enzo got him a black girlfriend and he living his best life.
Living his best life.
Yes.
I said, that's all it takes is to get you a black woman. I said, he gonna be on the way back.
And he went to her. He started seeing her and was talking to her and said, hey, I want to go out on a date. Would you go out on a date with me? She said, sure. And they're inseparable ever since.
She was like, oh, he told me he wrestled. And I was like, okay, I didn't think he was serious. And I went to the show and I was so confused, but I was also, intrigued. She said, she's always trying to figure out, like, why is it that y'all like this guy so much? Like, what's going on? Okay. And that's like, I would want that for, like, anybody, honestly.
I'm happy for him.
But I'm jealous. I said, I'm so jealous for her because, like, she's seeing all this stuff for the first time.
Yeah, she get to experience it outside of the bubble. Yeah. And that's a different feeling. And I'm like, you get to be introduced to it. And
I remember when I was truly woken up.
Not woken up.
Yeah, I was truly woke. I'll tell the story all the time, but I'll tell it till I die. My cousin put me on and he was like, we were playing the game at first. And I was like, I don't want to play if ain't no girls in here. He said, there's girls in here, don't worry. Anyways, he said, but he said, I'll make you a character. And he was like, I'm gonna base it off somebody. And somebody he based it off was Miz. He said, I feel like you and him are kind of the same. And I was like, okay, I guess. But then I started watching and I was like, oh, he's hated. I said, he likes to be hated. I said, I've never watched anything like this. Let me keep watching. And I've been the fan since. He's been my favorite. And then at the same time, Miz is coming up. Punk was starting to really stake his claim.
So then you came in at CM Punk's peak. And you came in right before Miz got that big push. That's why.
I came in 2009.
Okay.
I can tell you the exact part, the exact time, the day that I saw it. I remember after Shawn Michaels' last match, that Monday, we were watching Monday Night Raw. I want to say that Trump he was promising a whole bunch of shit. Not fucking new. Talking about commercial free. I said he can't do commercial free. That's how they get paid. I said, I don't know too much. I'm only 10, but I believe that's how they get paid. Do commercial ads on TV. He can't cut commercial. He can do an hour free. He can do that. They said, no, he said an hour. He said the whole show, no commercial. I said
it was an hour.
Okay. I said, I don't think he can. Okay. I said, all right. We got to 9 o'clock, start seeing commercials. I said, what was that we was talking about? But continue. And it was like the women's match. I said, okay, the girls on the card. I'm watching. It was a 10 diva battle royal match, and they were fighting in dresses, and it was over. No, they were fighting in all their gear that they wore the night prior. The match was literally like 3 minutes.
That's how the matches were back then.
I said, that's it?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I said, that's all the girls get.
That's all the girls get.
I said, they come back out. They said, probably not, but they might. I said, well, I'm going to sit here and see. And I sat there and I didn't see nothing that I wanted to see. I said, the girls only got one match?
That's it, baby.
I said, do they have the match? They said, yeah, when Friday rolled around, they get another match. I said, okay, I'm going to wait for Friday. Friday come, they had a match. The match was short still.
Now they're not watching it downstairs?
I was in a time period where they could really give less than a fuck about a women's match. They could keep it off the card for a whole month. It was some dark days I was going through. I said, damn, no bitches again. That's when I was forced to actually start watching men's matches.
Not you was forced to watch them.
Yeah, because I would sit there, I would wait for the women. Like I remember when Beth Phoenix had snapped at Melina, and she's like, girl, what the hell is your problem? She started choking her up. I said, oh shit, what's next? Didn't get to see that flourish for like 2-3 weeks. I said, damn, I'm sitting here waiting for bated breath. And ain't nothing coming from it.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, that's how I got into it, child. And I've been locked in since.
Oh, they in Las Vegas. The ball finna drop.
It sure is. 9 minutes.
Shit, I still got a whole hour.
They will be all over the world. Depends on which show you watch. Where they at? Usually they be in New York on NBC. No, he was there. His old ass was there. They was in motherfucking Times Square.
Harlan, when did you start watching wrestling?
How I got into wrestling was via video games.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Twins, okay.
It was Raw vs. SmackDown 2011, and that was it's by far my favorite WWE game ever.
Yes.
Honestly, that's the best one.
Mine is
the best one.
I like
2010 as well.
19 is cool, but like that was 2011 was like the kickoff for all this shit.
No, because like when you played that 2010 one, that's how you got to do. That's when the first time they let you customize the girls and really made them integral parts of the game. That was the first time they had started putting like better wigs in there. You was able to have like they had the 2010 let you have the story arc, and it had
I think it had Mickey James in there, right?
No. That 2010s had the story where Marie, oh my gosh, she was the Maria was the general manager, and she betrayed you, and you have to end up fighting your way back up to get to the title to get past her. But they didn't have women's stories back then. You had to do it as a man. However, you were able to create your own stories. I'm talking that during that time you could create your own story, even put the dialogue in there. Like you could literally type in what you wanted the wrestlers to say. Obviously the AI wasn't up to the point where they would say it, but the text would go across the bottom of the screen.
And they might move. I remember those stories.
I loved it because the customization of the girls was the best during that time. The only thing I didn't like was
he was moving everything.
Yeah, you can make them like super hippie. You had that boyfriend, girlfriend.
Interest.
The bad boyfriend.
And they would have all the prior, like no matter what time period it was from, they would have all the prior women's entrances in there.
Yeah, everybody's entrance was in there.
And I remember I wish they would bring this back into the new games, the Road to WrestleMania, because in 2011 in the 2011 game they had John Cena, Rey Mysterio, The Undertaker, Chris Jericho, and I believe Edge. And I used to play the hell out of those storylines.
Oh, honey, I was only doing one at a time. I said, I don't really give a fuck about none of this.
No, because that was my first time.
Do this Mickey James story and get up out the way.
They did have the Mickey. It was in 2000. I think it was either 2009
at that time,
or 2010.
I knew about them, but I didn't know about their work. So like before that, I wasn't invested in older shit. Like what Stone Cold had did, all the shit that Edge and Christian had did, Rey Mysterio and Batista had did, I didn't give a fuck. I was watching what I was looking at. So when it's time to play the game, I said, well, I only care about Mickey. And I don't really know Stone Cold. My mama likes Stone Cold, and at that time, she seemed old to me. So,
and Mickey James was the only woman to have her own storyline for that mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was.
She was the only one, and I loved her storyline. It was so much fun.
Up until 2020.
Yeah.
B. Jeffers said he started watching after SmackDown versus Raw 2008. He said that he had moved from St. Kitts to the U.S. Virgin Islands and went down a fucking rabbit hole for like 3 months. Then we finally got cable months later, and the first episode I watched was when Melina took the Divas Championship from Jillian.
In 5 minutes.
I remember that.
Jillian just won the title. Jillian won
and that's
the
when that
title.
bitch came back and said, I want my rematch.
Yep.
And that's how messy shit needs to be. I want my rematch clause. I want it now. Now, but you're not even dressed.
It was so funny.
I want it now.
And like, when I actually first started watching wrestling was in 2018, 2017. So that's when I got cable. And the first match that I remember was Monday Night Raw. It was Nia Jax versus Emma.
Oh,
mind you, I had the games prior. I had the games prior, so I knew who the wrestlers were, but I didn't get to like see like actual wrestling.
Oh, so you didn't know? You knew who they were, but you didn't know how they worked.
Yeah, I just knew like their character in the game mode, and like I had the 2011 game, I had the 2016 game.
Sierra, oh, her husband.
It was pretty cool. 2011 game, it really got me into like Melina and Michelle McCool before I found out she was an asshole.
I mean, I would say I like the work she done. I don't like how she got to her work, but I like the work that she had laid within that time. Is it hard to separate the person from the work? Absolutely, because they tend to bleed into each other. And that's why sometimes I'm a little scared to get into this business because I don't really give a fuck about what you did and where you've been and how old you are. Respect is an earned thing. And for what I heard about you, I don't really give a fuck about like hearsay. If I'm reading and hearing on the dirt sheets and blogs that you are a prejudiced person against people of color, that you are a shitty person, which given the time period that it was in, I understand why certain things went a certain way. But you still, Michelle McCool. It's like you still doing the same shit because how Mickey get put off of LFG and then you get put on? Bitch, if you wanted to come back, you could have just came back.
Or how did the podcast partner that the Undertaker started off with get removed and you get put in there?
Like those are questionable.
Confusion. It's so confusing. Was he cheating on you? Do you gotta have eyes on him every second?
No, she just gotta be a part of the conversation. It's nothing like that.
And it's
she
like
just a vet.
You don't have to do. You can literally walk up there and say, "Hey, I want in. Can you let me know?"
Or you could just have your own fucking podcast like Stephanie did, and stop trying to piggyback off your man every 2 seconds.
Keeping it cool with McCool, bitch. Come on now, use your brain.
Just call Layla and say, "Girl, let's do a podcast together." But I feel like Layla
Layla's not gonna answer.
I feel like Layla don't like her either. I feel like Layla was tolerating her because she knew she get a meal ticket. Bitch, this is my only way out.
I feel like Layla don't like her.
I gotta stick with it.
I really do.
I feel like she only liked her because she was foreign. Because it was supposed to be her, Layla, and Alicia. And Alicia is far beyond skilled, way beyond Michelle McCool. She can't hold a candle to Alicia. So it was like, you finna put me on there with her? Absolutely not.
Every time we get ready to they ask that girl to come back, she always respectfully declined. Oh, shit, it's 12 o'clock. My clock say 12. But it's counting down.
12 o'clock. There it is.
Yeah, mine say 12. Shit.
Mine just turned.
Right. Right.
Happy New Year. Woo.
Why was you so damn late? Why everybody time different? Okay, the ball dropping.
I just dropped.
Not really. We on the same time. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Woo!
Yes, send them niggas back to school tomorrow.
Right.
Please.
They say them niggas be standing outside from 9 a.m. in diapers.
Happy 2026.
In New York City, so they can be out there, and it's cold out there. They be out
That's
there
insane.
all day in diapers.
And that is why New York scares me. Like, why do y'all care so much?
Oh yeah, everywhere.
I guess
Bro,
it's a New York tradition. I don't know.
Where's
I don't
my-
know. I ain't know. It's snowing here.
Child ain't snowing here.
It is a fucking blizzard. We had just had 3 inches of snow. They talking about we supposed to have 3 to 5 inches of snow.
I wouldn't be surprised if it starts snowing here though.
B. Jeffrey said, I love when they
Years
just
in a
come
row.
in and take the title. How Charlotte returned and took Rhonda's title is how I want Naomi to return to take back her title
Yeah.
when she's ready.
And I
want her to come back the same way Becky did.
I believe that that's gonna happen. So
I
that
don't
part I'm
want her
not
to-
really.
I don't-
Whoever
she
lost
don't got to
the
come back and
title,
put nobody
let him-
over her.
No. She just needs to take the title back because she
Just
didn't
give
get
her
to have
shit
a
back.
true title run.
And then when she come back on Monday, she like, yeah, I got my shit back.
Well, everybody else was able to do it. Rhea was able to do it. They did it with Charlotte, and now they should get that same respect to Naomi.
Becky did it twice
Literally.
with the main title and tag team.
The doc.
The switch. What do you need the doc for?
Do y'all remember in the 2011 games they used to have like Alicia Fox character. She used to be able to do an axe kick on the chair.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, oh my god.
I didn't know about none of the hidden secret stuff. I wasn't really in.
I just found out. I had a chair in the ring, and then they said you could put a finisher in. I was like, oh shit, let me try it. And she hit the axe kick. I was like, oh shit.
No, didn't know that. The more you know, the more you
Yeah.
Okay. Happy New Year, everybody. You got an hour to go.
Damn.
I'm sorry, Kira.
Me too, Kira. Me too, girl.
I'm sorry.
Us South people, guys.
Y'all niggas, we left y'all in 2025. Damn.
That's wild as hell. We all on the same conversation, and everybody's time is different. God said they left them in 2025 because they ain't hit 12 o'clock yet.
Y'all ain't here yet.
Right.
Technically, we are in the future. Y'all still
How
in the
does
past.
2026 feel? Does it feel great?
Let me text my friends. Y'all still in 2025?
Shut up. Ray said, I don't remember the first time I saw wrestling on TV, but the first time I went to a show was a house show in Youngstown, Ohio. The only thing I remember was seeing the Hurricane and Hamburglar. Lord. And Ric Flair versus the Dudley Boys, and Devon had pulled down Ric Flair trunks while Rick was running in circles. Jesus.
That sounds scary.
That sounds chaotic as hell. That sounds like a fever dream.
Rick is overstimulating to me. It's too much going on.
Yeah.
Still to this day.
I know how that lady. Ugh, that poor lady on that airplane. That poor lady.
Did you see that cameo he just did?
No.
Somebody asked him, well, a couple had asked him to do a cameo because they just got married.
Oh shit! Did he get it wrong?
She said, "You think you're better than us?" I do.
Oh God!
But he was like, he said, "You got married. What the hell you go and do that for?" There are all these
Nigga,
beautiful women out here. You go and get. It's a waste of time. It's a trap.
Ric Flair.
I said, this old man just don't stop.
Okay. He can't help it. Randy said, but the moment I fell in love with it and wanted to be a part of it was when Mick Foley versus Edge at WrestleMania 22. I was hooked on it after that. That is a deep cut. Wow.
And that's when did she got 2 titles. Oh, that's a tag title. Okay.
Yeah, Willow has the tag team titles and she got that TBS title.
Period. Double champ.
Thank God.
Wouldn't she be like the first? No.
She
The
the
first
first double
two-time?
champ. You know,
She's the first.
Mercedes. She's the first
two-time.
double champ in AEW with
Yeah.
AEW titles.
There it is. Okay.
Because nobody's had double titles from AEW only. They've been double champs, like they've been champions in other companies and champion in AEW.
And that's how you clear a bitch.
And she's also the first 2-time TBS champion.
Yeah, she is.
Period.
Because she took it off of Willow.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't believe she should have took it off
Chris,
of her.
right?
Willow got
took it
the
off
title.
Chris.
Yep, and then she came and beat Willow, and she's had it ever since.
And Willow didn't even have it that long, to be honest. I don't think she even had it for a month.
No, she didn't have it that long, but she was highly popular and extremely over at that point. Like Willow had went to that school with them kids at the wrestling club. They went fucking nuts for that girl.
They went insane.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen no shit like that. I was like, God damn. They love that lady. And then Natalia they was laughing at Natalia because Natalia was passing out her book to the kids. And Don said them kids ain't gonna read her book. And I was like, you don't know that.
I was just gonna say that.
Gonna read it to,
I was just gonna say, who gonna read that?
Line, but
You
like,
don't know that.
Ain't nobody
who gonna read that?
book.
That's the problem now. Niggas don't read.
What they gonna read that they don't already know?
Everything, because you don't know what do you know about Natalia that's in the book, or that she has
that she has
from Ontario. Thank you. She's from Ontario, Canada.
Shut up.
She's part of the Hart Family Foundation. She is the greatest of all time.
No, she is the best of all time.
Oh, best of all time. The boat.
That ain't in the book.
I remember when she started saying that shit. I said, girl, where you didn't claim and got that from?
She said, I am the boat. I said,
I am the boat. I said, bitch, what? I'm the best of all time. I said, oh, girl.
Oh, yeah, I thought you said you look like a boat. I
didn't know what she was trying to say.
What? About yourself.
And she started carrying around that the Genius World Record book.
That was actually a good gimmick.
Shit, actually.
Okay.
I felt like they should have went with that strong.
They should have kept that going. I am a world record holder, bitch. Do you know what that means? That means anything that you do in this company, it really doesn't matter because I am in a book.
I'm better than you.
And they could have just kept going on and on and on until, Aaliyah beat her and threw up afterwards.
Brandy said, going to my first Mania was so amazing. It was when they was at the AT&T Stadium. Child, when Stone Cold Steve Austin music hit, oh my God. What Mania was that? Because
was that a couple years ago? Was that his last match?
No, it wasn't. No, sir.
I don't know where. I don't be knowing where the fuck they be.
I've never been.
And I hope they don't be asking me. Do you know what stadium you in? I barely know what day it is.
Period.
I only know what day it is because it's everything around here is red, so it got to be Monday.
38, 39. Ooh, I don't think it was that soon. That wasn't too long ago. That was a few years ago.
That was in Dallas. I know that. Wasn't it in Dallas?
I don't know.
In Dallas.
Dallas, Texas. Yeah, I remember because they had that star on the stage.
He said it was 32, I think.
Wow.
Mania 32.
32.
Wait a minute.
That was Dallas.
Oh, it was when Roman was
No, that
getting
was
the title off of Triple H. God damn.
That was a good
Arlington.
mania.
That
was in
feels like
Arlington.
years ago. It was in
It
Arlington,
was
Texas.
years ago. We finna come up on
Arlington,
Mania
Texas.
42. That was 10 years ago, ain't it?
2016 is when this pay-per-view
Damn,
happened.
my
Wait a
lights
minute,
went
what
out.
was on the card? Because I don't remember this shit at all.
2016.
I remember the title.
2016.
The new women's title got introduced.
Hold on, I'm pulling them up now. Hold on.
All right.
I definitely don't remember.
I don't remember it. Kalisto went up
Zack
against
Ryder right there.
Ryback.
What?
Kalisto went up against Ryback and retained the United States Championship.
Ryback was still wrestling?
It was Team Total Divas versus Team Bad.
I remember that.
And Total Divas beat Team Bad by submission.
They did. Bree did that.
Oh, whatever.
That was actually the cleanest she had ever put on a yes lock.
That
was the cleanest yes lock she ever had.
It was actually it was a triple threat. It was Team Bad and Team Blonde. Team Blonde had Emma, Lana, and Summer Rae on it.
Yeah, and it had Naomi and Tamina.
And Tamina, because they had Alicia Fox, Brie Bella, Eva Marie, and Natalia and Paige on Team Total Divas.
And that was Brie Bella's last match.
And Nikki was going through her injury. Oh, I was so sick.
I don't give a shit.
Don't be a hater.
I know. I do not like them hoes. I don't like them. I don't like them.
Oh my god.
Right there.
The Usos, they defeated the Dudley Boys and they beat them by pinfall. It was a regular ass match. Zack Ryder defeated Kevin Owens, who was the champion, in a ladder match. It was Zack Ryder, Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, Sami Zayn, Sin Cara, and Stardust.
That was a good ladder match. I have to
for the Intercontinental Championship. Chris Jericho beat AJ Styles by pinfall. That I remember, and that pissed me off because this was AJ Styles' first Mania, and they had him lose, and I was mad about that shit. That I remember.
It was who? What happened?
Jericho was the heel in that matchup. AJ was the
and
face.
Jericho beat him.
Yeah, who beat those stuff? What's happening?
I thought something got flipped
this
over.
Musky Man didn't beat him. I said, God damn.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, that's the fireworks.
They that close to your house?
Dang, that's not like gunshots. Hold on.
Right.
Yes, y'all said it every time it's a holiday. Yes, the fireworks be right there.
It sounded like somebody was beating on your door. I was like, do we need to send help, sir?
Oh, baby, never that. I wish somebody was what the fuck going on?
Right, dead ass. Don is just talking because he don't give a fuck. All you hear is this. Boom. Boom. It's consistent. No, the fireworks.
And then when it started sounding like gunshot, when it came back to back, I was like, wait a minute.
I'm like, what the fuck is that? Don just talking. He don't give a fuck. This ghetto ass is used to that damn shit.
Not so get. First of all, you're in Cleveland.
Is he how he
Watch your mouth. Jesus Christ.
I live in the suburbs of Cleveland. Thank you very much.
And I stay around a bunch of old people. It's not ghetto over here.
It's ghetto in here. Look, the fireworks is that close.
They just
that
really,
around old people. They have them fireworks around old people.
I mean, we're in really close proximity.
Them things is popping off right now. That's great.
Let me look outside my window and see.
Like it's the 4th of July or something?
Nigga.
No, baby, it's not the 4th of July. It's the New Year.
Are they shooting?
It's right. It's
right next to
right
that
across
window.
from the back from the yard.
Yeah.
I knew it had to be close.
The rest
They're
of the
only one
car.
popping fireworks though.
This is a big ass car.
12 more minutes.
Oh my God. This card was disrespectful. The League of Nations, which was Alberto Del Rio, Rusev, and Sheamus,
That was such a
Barrett,
bullshit ass team.
right? With
When
King
that shit happened, I was
Barrett,
so mad. I said, these are your top foreign talents. Is this what you're doing with them?
these guys defeated the New Day, Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods by pinfall.
And oh my God, I remember that because that was when the New Day came out in a cereal box.
Was that the year they came out in the cereal box?
Yes, that was the
Were they
year they
dressed as
came out.
GU Force in the cereal box?
Mhm.
Same armor, but I don't think they lost that match.
They did if it
They
was
did
at
lose that one.
at Mania 2016.
Shit, I didn't realize they lost that match. But yeah, they
I
came
thought
out
they
with-
won that match.
This was a
No,
long
2016,
ass.
they was down, but I think they was losing consistently in 2016.
They were losing consistently in 2016. This was a long ass Mania. This is just the 6th match on the card. There were 12 fucking matches on this Mania.
See, they
card.
should have been done the 2-night Mania.
The next match on the
I feel
card
like at
was
that time it was standard because like that's the big event that you would get out normally at 11 o'clock
yeah.
because it would start at like 4.
Brock Lesnar faced off against Dean Ambrose.
That's real odd. Did he lose?
Yes.
Okay.
Dean Ambrose lost.
You know what? That makes sense because he was going through a terror right through all of the Shield.
Yeah.
Was that the Street Fight one?
Yes. No. It was it was a no holds barred street fight.
Yeah, he said he's going to unleash holy hell on that man.
He low-key did.
He did beat. He got his ass beat.
So he got beat up.
I said, damn.
Yeah, I was bad about that. Next match
Ain't nothing we
was
can do about that one.
this one I actually remember. Charlotte was coming in to get the
That's when
In
they
the
swapped out
bed.
the titles.
This is when the new women's championship was introduced.
So
And
that's
Charlotte
why
had-
I didn't remember the day because that's
Yeah.
all I fucking cared about. Yes, I
And that's
remember
all
because
you- Charlotte beat Becky
they were
and
doing that
Sasha.
match and I was graduating the month after.
Yep. This
Okay.
match actually should have been the second one to headline Mania because it was one of the best matches on that card. I remember that match.
If we're being honest, 100%, they could
They
have made
could have
it.
headlined the show. Yeah.
They could have made those 3 women. They could have made an event by themselves.
Yeah, they could have.
They really
Given
could.
the fact that you put them in center stage and people were literally ranting and raving about them having that match.
Like the storyline was good, the match quality was good.
The whole setup was good. That'd been a perfect way to end the night, actually.
Dang.
It really was.
Mom has your pizza downstairs.
It would have definitely skyrocketed Charlotte early.
But I remember
very early.
that
You
match was
get
so
any
good.
of
And the next day they came back and Sasha was giving her that stank face.
One of those boxes belongs to
Mhm.
Dad. The other 2 were for the kids. It was just cheese and pepperoni.
But you know what? Build up to that match. And Becky was like, I want in too. I said, why would you be in the match?
Nobody said nothing.
You should have asked one of us and I would have told you.
Because I was so confused. I was like, you ain't done nothing.
I knew.
Right, because she
Why
just
would you
lost to
be there?
Charlotte. The only person that really had a really good reason to face Charlotte was Sasha, because
Was Sasha. And I don't.
Becky lost that when Sasha came back that night.
Wasn't it like
at the
3
Royal
women's
Rumble.
matches on that card? Or was it just 2?
It was just 2.
Right, because that's after that. That's when they split them up. Okay.
Yep. That's when they started having more women matches on the pay-per-views.
And this shit getting too thick. We gotta do a brand split around here.
That brand split was the best.
Oh, what a time. Shane was really in his bag with that one.
Okay. Oh my god. Such a time.
Shane McMahon went up against The Undertaker. He lost. That was a 30-minute match.
That was a good match. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a 30-minute match.
It was long, but it had me engaged.
I would
I
never
wish
just
this is the only thing I hated about this match. I wish Shane McMahon would have won so we would have learned what was in that fucking box.
Literally.
I
There was a
wanted to know
box?
what was in that box. Yes, because when Shane came back, it was around the time that Vince was giving Stephanie that goddamn award for being a terrible authority figure over Raw for years. And Shane came back and was like, I'm coming back to stake my claim to this company. And Vince was like, no. And he was like, you either let me do what I want to do or I'm going to release everything that I own on you. That's just the way it is. So Vince was like, look, you can have control of SmackDown. She can have control of Raw. That was the compromise. And then he stayed on Raw for a little while and he lost that match on Raw, but he kept that control and stake of SmackDown. But Vince told him, once you had this, once you get to what you want, you're going to have to get rid of that box. And he was like, I ain't getting rid of nothing. And that's when he sicked the Undertaker on
him. I'll never discredit Shane for everything, for anything.
I don't love having a piece of fucking man. You do too fucking much. I always want to jump off something. No.
The fact that he did 30 minutes.
That's the reason why he lost, jumping off the top of that goddamn cage.
That man, I ain't never seen Mark move so fast in my life. That guy got up so quick. I said, damn, what happened?
Mark moved.
His ass got up so quick. He opened his ass and said, oh shit, let me move. And he went
through that table.
I think Shane just jumped off the cage too.
Yeah, he jumped off of it. Baron Corbin won by eliminating Kane in the 20-man battle royal for the Andre the Giant Memorial Trophy. The Rock defeated Eric Rowan with Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt by pinfall. What?
Oh, that improv match.
That was real left field.
It was 6 seconds.
Yeah. It was an improv match.
And then Roman Reigns defeated Triple H to become
that was a good match.
The world heavyweight champion. Yeah, she did get put through the table. That shit was funny.
Let's pause.
Stephanie used to take some bumps at WrestleMania.
It was a good entrance. It was a good entrance.
You ate that down.
They ate that up. They did.
Bitch, you ate that up.
They did.
And that's when I knew. I was like, oh, this girl. Oh, this is the girl.
Stephanie always been the girl now.
But see, that's like I knew that, but like I wasn't there, so like I didn't know. So when I saw that, and then she came back the next year against Seth, better. I said, oh, you that bitch.
She look better with curly hair, in my opinion.
She do. I feel like that's her natural state.
Yeah, but her hair be straight and it's thin. Because I said, girl, you need pieces. You need, babe.
You need some drops to pull that hair back in. It's not luscious as it used to be.
Some biotin, sure. All that exercise, and you're not taking enough vitamins. You ain't got enough vitamins.
The way you treat your hair.
You gotta have some vitamins. Collagen. Super. Stop it.
And your hair needs body.
Face. The next one was the year after when they was in Florida when the Hardy Boys returned and was in the ladder match. I love that return. That was one of my favorite returns.
I remember that one. I remember that because how I remember that because I was watching it and I was going to watch it on TV and Mama said I need to come down here and watch Game of Thrones. I said today. She said, yeah, I gotta watch Game of Thrones on my TV in my front room. I said, Mom, you can't watch it in your room.
Oh,
today is WrestleMania. And she said, I don't give a fuck. So I sat and I watched it on the computer.
Did you go to? Brady said then the next one I went to was when they went to Hollywood.
Damn, Brandon.
That was not that long ago.
You need to adopt a brother?
Right.
Yeah.
B. Jeffers said he liked Mania 33 stage. What does Mania?
What stage was that?
That was
you gotta talk to me in years. That was with the roller coaster shit, right?
Yeah.
Hold on.
And I like that.
I think that you was Joyride.
Naomi won her title back.
Did they say who sang the national anthem that year?
Mm-mm.
You say what?
Who sang? Because I remember one year. My homegirl was supposed to her song was supposed to headline. Tinashe was supposed to headline.
No, she
ended up not happening. She was just singing. She ended up singing the opening of the show, the Star Spangled Banner.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was this one.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth, Tiffany.
What
But I
is your
think the whole
problem with
ordeal with that
Tinashe?
was the
I
whole label
don't
thing.
like Tinashe.
You don't like Jennifer Hudson. You don't like Tinashe.
Wait, hold
You
on, because
fucking
I
Jennifer
have
Hudson
dumb.
is
good
valid.
music to not
Jennifer
like
Hudson is
Jennifer
valid
Hudson.
as hell. That bitch be
Playing
screaming.
with me.
And it's not a us thing. Like my director, she's like a year or two younger than me. And I was watching the video and this bitch started screaming. She said, "What was that?" I said, "That was Jennifer Hudson. Did that piss you off?" She said, "Why is she yelling?" That's all she know
She
how to
always
do.
yells. I have a valid reason to not like Jennifer Hudson, and you're not finna shame me for that. Now, Tinashe, listen, Tinashe is not a bad artist. I have never said that. I just said her music don't move me. I don't really care for her brand of music. Doesn't mean she doesn't make decent music. She has some songs that you can bop to.
The
I
fact
have
that
always said
she
that.
did say she was listening to a playlist one time and she was nodding and she checked and see who was singing.
And I was like,
She said,
"Where's
"Damn, it
Tinashe?"
was you."
I
Fuck.
said, "Oh, now I gotta be nice." I said, got your ass
I
together,
said, "I
bitch.
told you the song. I told you she made good music." She's
I
gonna
said, she
slide it
got
in there.
one. She got one. Fine.
Just have to slide it in. You know, sometimes you gotta make people understand what you hear.
Because, like, if when you go on Apple Music, you can create stations. I made a station with a particular artist. It was a Maya station. Because
Oh,
Don,
yeah.
before
That's her
that,
daughter, you ain't know?
yes, I know. Don was telling me, like, you don't really like artists who sing in a particular key. And I said, no, because if you're being honest, you could correlate Tinashe and Maya. And he was like, right, they on the same wavelength. But I'm like, I like Maya's music. I don't have a problem with Maya's music.
No, it was the way that you said, because I was like, "Do you listen to Maya?" You said, "Maya's cool." I said,
Yeah,
"See?"
I listen to Maya. I have her second and her third album. I loved the
My
Mood Ring
love is
album.
like, whoa.
The Mood Ring album is one of my favorite albums. I bumped that album over and over and over again. I know it backwards and forwards. It's not where she sings it. It's just Tinashe music doesn't resonate with me. It just
She does
don't.
have a very alt style, I will say.
So
That is
when
what I'm
she
starting to learn.
the new stuff she coming out with, that makes more sense to me. But the other stuff I just didn't care about. It reminded me a lot of OG Cassie music, and I couldn't stand Cassie.
Smell.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Please.
No,
And I was like,
I like that song, but then my cousin, she loved that song. And at this time, like YouTube wasn't prevalent. So you had to go to on demand. Go to
yeah,
Music
you
Choice
did.
Music.
You
And she be at the
did.
top because it's
Oh,
Cassie.
you had to wait. You
You
had
had
to
to
wait.
wait for that bitch to load. And some of the songs you couldn't fast forward through.
Oh, you could not.
She was like, "Can I
Oh,
listen to it one more time?" I'm like, "Girl, come on. You got 3 minutes. That's all I'm giving you."
oh. And if you did that too many times, you would get stuck listening to like 5 songs in a row that you could not skip.
Yes.
Baby, there was
You
that
couldn't
was a
skip, and if you
time.
was to go back, it'll take you all the way back out. They said,
That
"Bitch, I
was
said
a
you not skipping."
time. Oh my God. Damn, I ain't thought about music choice in forever.
No, do you remember when Vivo started to pop up?
Bitch.
I said, "What is Vivo? And why is it on everything?"
Right.
I said, "I don't want to watch no music to Vivo. I don't know nothing about no Vivo." Nah,
And that's when
Vivo.
YouTube bought Vivo, and that's how the artists were able to start posting their own shit on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Because before that, Vivo was posting it on YouTube. So you had to go to Vivo's YouTube channel.
Yes, and
then
watch the video there.
right, and then Vivo started creating channels for the artists to post their music. And I was like, I don't think the artists get the residuals for this.
I don't know. But I do remember, like, at that time, because I don't know if they got residuals beforehand, if it was going on YouTube, because, you know, they would also do Yahoo Music.
Yeah.
But with
Yeah,
Yahoo
they
Music,
did.
you couldn't go and find certain videos. Everything was not on Yahoo Music.
Right. Babe, can you bring me some more Kool-Aid, please?
And then Yahoo Music, they would curate. They give you something, and they would curate a list of things that sound the same. And at that time,
Right.
I wasn't.
Yeah, Dora did. It was
Yeah, I
like
wasn't
live.
like full range and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I watched No Scrubs, and then immediately after that, He's Not Man Enough for Me would come on.
Oh, I
I
love
feel
that
like this is a little
video.
bit too sexy for me, so I'm just gonna have to skip on this.
Oh, I love that video so much.
Had I known it was in that video,
Ooh,
had I had somebody to just send me in the right direction,
ooh,
I've
I
been on
love
that
that
video like right
video.
on rice. I'd probably be a superstar by now.
Oh my god, that was my favorite video. I used to wait for that video to come on. I love that video.
I
Toni
can't
Braxton was
remember.
that girl.
She was, and the tea is that she was that girl until that Bonnie and Clyde thing came out because 3 people wanted that song, and
Ooh,
she recorded it at first, and somehow, some way, it got to Beyonce and Jay-Z,
and
and
they
they
took
ended
it.
up putting it first before hers. So when it came
Yep.
out, I think like 3 people had did that song. I want to say it was her, I want to say it was Mariah Carey, and I want to say it was them too.
See,
I
this
want
is
to
the
say before
thing,
that.
B. Jeffers. When it comes to Jennifer Hudson, she has a specific voice for specific music. The only song she has that I will regularly put in my rotation is Spotlight. And she has another song with Neo on his album that I actually like. I do not like her music because a lot of her voice is not fit for regular music recording. It is something that you would put on Broadway or in plays, something that can be belted. That's the kind of voice she has. I'm not saying she's not a good singer. That's not the problem. And if you like her music, that's your business. I'm not telling you you shouldn't. What I'm telling you is you won't catch me playing any of her fucking albums. Okay? I'm just not doing that. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't like that bitch. I don't like her. Okay? Because I know what she was doing back in the day. Oh, petty asshole. I don't like that bitch. I don't like her. I don't like when people try to do dirty shit. And then you try to come out later on and act like you all positive and shit. I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't try to rebrand your shit after you tried to rake your ex over the coals because you was fucking somebody else. Let's keep it real.
Wait a minute, what?
I was like, what's your son
Bitch.
gonna think about that?
Bitch.
When
Let
did this
me tell
happen?
you, let me
That's
tell
what I
you what
be. That's
happened.
me. I'm walking
Back in
outside.
the
Wait,
back in
when
the
did this
day,
happen?
back in the
What
day,
you mean? What
Jennifer
just happened?
Hudson was
When?
engaged to David Otunga. Okay,
Me?
they had been engaged for 5 years.
Wait, David Untucker, like the wrestler?
Yeah,
That's the David Otunga I know.
that's her son's father.
Shut up.
Not you didn't know this.
Yes,
No, I did not know this.
that's his
So this is what
son.
it's like talking to a kid of before time. Gotcha.
Blew your mind, didn't it, bitch?
Yes.
What? Yeah, baby.
Now
It's a
it
fever
gets
dream.
deeper. It gets deeper. Now there is an artist named Mally Music that was out during that time. He had an album out, and his biggest song at the time was oh fuck. I have to pull it up. I actually like Mally Music a lot. So I'm kind of mad that he got caught up in that bullshit. Stupid ass.
How could you?
He pissed me off because I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Fucking this big headed ass bitch. What's wrong with you? Anyway,
That's how I put about Kiki with her baby daddy. I said, Mom, why would you do that? He don't
look,
got nothing on his name.
Mally Music, and the rumor is that Mally Music and Jennifer Hudson was hooking up. Jennifer Hudson had been giving David Otunga the cold shoulder. At least that's what they say. She had been giving David Otunga the cold shoulder. They had been estranged for months. And she had been sleeping with Mally Music this whole time. Now, Mally Music is an artist. He had a hit song called Beautiful that came out around 2014. It came out about a year prior to the album dropping in 2014, but it was a big song and it got played on all of the stations, both R&B and pop. So it was massive. And Mally Music got really big during that time. So during his peak, Jennifer Hudson and him was hooking up. Now, this also was around the same time that Jennifer Hudson's whole family got fucking wiped out. Everybody gone. Mother, cousin, brother, dad. I don't don't think they figured out who killed them people. But
Jesus,
she
they all got
lost
murdered.
everybody. She lost her whole family. Now that part, I don't think she had anything to do with that. But everybody in that house that was there died. Every one of them. They were wiped out. I still, to this day, I thought that they had the wrong Jennifer Hudson. I'm like, it can't be Jennifer Hudson from American Idol. It's got to be another lady. And they show her picture. And that was her whole family murdered. I was like, damn. Shortly after that, it come out that Jennifer Hudson and her fiance, David Otunga, are separating.
Yeah,
Then
it
she
was
started.
definitely her family
Then
got killed in that mass shooting.
Right. Then she starts telling everybody that David Otunga was abusive and that he was abusive to their son and she wanted full custody. All of that was lies.
Wasn't he still working at that time?
Yes, he was
Or
still
did he
working.
retire yet? He was working.
No,
Yeah,
no, he was on TV. We
I
was
think that was
watching
like right
him.
after I think that was right on his peak with John.
Yes.
So wait, so that kind of ruined his career after that?
No, it didn't ruin his
It
career.
didn't ruin it, but it was like
They had
it's
to
like you
slow down
already
because the
like
accusation
you
was
already
coming
black and
out.
then you got accusation against you beating the high profile person. Like this ain't no ranking lady, first of all, but this is high profile. Like, this is too up there in the lights.
And you have
And
to understand at that point, Jennifer Hudson was at her peak. So Jennifer Hudson had just did Sex in the City, which was one of the biggest movies out at the time. She was one of the biggest people to come off of American Idol. And she had already dropped, I think she had already dropped her first album by then. And it was
I think
successful.
it's
Like,
her first two.
let me see,
One
when
of
did
the
Sex
two.
in the City come out?
Where's my lineups?
Mm, Yeah, Sex and the City came out some years earlier. So Sex and the City came out in 2008. Around the time that all of this shit started happening, it was a while. It was about 5 or 6 years later. But she was still riding that wave because everybody was still talking about Sex and the City. Everybody loved that movie, especially everybody that like religiously watched Sex in the City. Damn. So that was a big thing. Hold on. I had to get something to drink, child. Go ahead. Take it
Man, this is
upstairs.
I did not know all this happened. Shit.
No, yes.
That's
Then
crazy.
now at that time, Jennifer Hudson was cooling off on like doing movies and TV shows and stuff like that. She would do guest appearances and stuff, but she
He's
really
a
wasn't
soft
doing
one.
right. Like she wasn't really doing anything major. She did have some music that came out, but she didn't have a lot. Like if we're being honest, her catalog is limited compared to her other American Idol counterparts. Her catalog is limited.
Yeah.
Now she has.
Excuse me.
I think she got one album. I don't think she got two.
Paige got more work than that.
She got
She got
Fantasia
like I
does.
want to say she got at least 4. At the very least, I think Jennifer has 4 albums, and that's not including motion picture albums.
Ooh, she got more than that. I'm so surprised. Anyway, the bitch got the bitch got 9 albums. She got 9 albums that I
That's
can
crazy. I'm surprised too.
Right?
Nah,
Because
does that include
she had at
yeah,
least 4.
Does that
yeah,
include
because she had albums before American. She had the one with American Idol, which they count as her album. Then she had one in 2009. She had one in 2008. She had one in 2017, one in 2011, one in 2014, and then she just recently came out with the gift of love in 2026.
If you're smart, you'll catch on to the marketing scheme. The marketing scheme is to the singles they put out is to not her screaming over wax. It's calm tone, it's easily digestible. Spotlight, where you at? Get to the album, the bitch is hollering.
Yes.
Why the album's on sale? Nobody wants to hear you hollering.
Spotlight is a
And
good
you're
song.
not screaming, it's not a paddle bell. It ain't. You are
Patti
hollering.
LaBelle knew how to
Patti
ease
LaBelle
you
had that
in.
build up. She
There
started low,
were,
and
yeah,
once they climax, that's when you start hearing the hooting and hollering. You come on the first chorus hooting and hollering. I don't want to hear that.
the only other song she has that I liked was the one with Neo, and it's called "Leaving Tonight" on his oh bitch, what is it? Because of You album. I couldn't think of that nigga's album for nothing.
I mean, it's Neo.
I love
Fuck.
that song. I love that song, and she's on it. And I ain't never shied away from it, but I just don't. I don't like the way she handled herself in that situation with David Otunga. I'm not trying to be in nobody's business, but when you accuse people of assault, physical assault like that, then you trying to take your child from somebody, that's dead ass wrong. Especially when your ass is the one who was caught cheating. Like, what are you doing?
Trying to make an
Nah,
excuse for myself.
I ain't never forget. I ain't gonna never let my foot up on her neck for that shit. I'm not doing it. It's always gonna be up with that bitch with me. Always. 'Cause I don't like that shit.
Where are my lighters? What's going
Petty
on?
asshole.
Somebody's setting me up.
He said J Hud's music is actually good. Now the belting, some of it cracks me up. I'm not listening to that. You are entitled.
That
You
shit
are
ain't funny to
entitled
me.
to listen to it. I love you for it, babe. I love you for it. Then the last one I went to was Mania 40. It was so overwhelming in a good way, child. I shed a few tears. It was cold as hell, but it was worth it. I'm gonna need to come to your house then, since you get to go to all
That's
the
Philadelphia.
Manias. That was recent.
No, 40 was in Philly.
That was
Yes,
Philly.
it was
Yeah, that
in
was recent in
Philly.
Philly.
Hey,
It was
Brandon,
recent as fuck out there.
when you throwing parties and like stuff like this?
She don't be
'Cause-
doing nothing. Brandy don't say nothing. She just pop up in the chat and say I'm on Mania.
Hey, so you know my birthday's coming up.
Shut up.
You don't need you no, don't be asking for stuff. You don't even talk to the girl. Now all of a sudden you want a goddamn ticket with your
First of
petty
all,
ass.
I'm always the one to talk to Brandon because Brandy's my girl.
Chill
You know,
out. When last time you had a conversation with Brandy? A full
me,
conversation about something other than wrestling. Tell me
me and
when you
Brandon
did
go
that.
back. Me and Brandon go way back. Y'all don't know this though.
Way back where?
Way back
Yesterday?
way back in 2019. You know, me and her
Please,
go way back. But you know, my birthday coming up, Brandon. You know,
Brandy,
Beyonce
don't
might be
listen
going
to
on
him.
tour.
Don't listen to him.
You listen to me.
No.
Brandon might be going on
Who's
tour.
going on?
I mean, Beyonce might be going on tour. You
You
know,
are fucking crazy. Anybody
You
find
got
up
another.
with
You got
goddamn
at least
Beyonce?
another 2 years before Beyonce go back on tour.
I think she got a headline this Met Gala.
oh
Yeah, she got stuff to do.
She got something to do in
Yeah.
February. Honey.
I can't
If
wait
you're
because she's
looking to
gonna
help a
turn
brother
that
out,
Gala.
yeah, I have several names that I've been
Your
wanting to
ass ain't
see.
did nothing with Brandy either. Sit up here just asking people for shit.
I'm
Rude.
not faking the fun. Me and Brandy actually chit chat.
Ooh.
We going back and forth in the chat. Miguel's gonna be here in February, and then Lady Gaga gonna be here, and that ponytail lady. Now I'm not too hype on the ponytail lady because
Not the
ponytail
Ariana Grande.
Why do you
Don-
call that lady that?
Don, shut the fuck
Because
up.
that's what the fuck she is.
Shut
Stay with the
up.
ponytail. Stay with the bun. Ponytail lady.
Brandy said the first 2 Manias, my mom paid for the tickets, and the other 2 Manias, I paid for the tickets.
Well, tell your mom tell your mom because you know I know your mom. Tell
Hi,
her my
Marquise.
birthday coming up. You know I want to press.
Marcus is here. My mom's favorite wrestlers back in her day was the Hart Foundation, the British Bulldog, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and the Junkyard Dog. And during the Attitude Era, she took my older sister to a show. Damn, my girl been through a lot, child. What do you mean? Yes. Why don't y'all know this? I feel like I should not be telling y'all this.
First of
Especially
all,
if you're a fan of her.
I never knew this. I didn't even know her child was from David Untunga.
I don't know why nobody knew that man was with her. Technically, Hiram, you wouldn't know because you was too young to know.
Yeah, I think by the time that happened, I was like, what was that, like 2013-ish?
They have been together a long time.
I was not checking for Jennifer Hudson in 2013.
They had been
I
together
was in
long
the
before
country.
2013. Like I said, they had been engaged for 5 years. So it was like '08 when they started dating.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was trying to get conscious around that time. I was like 10.
I
And
was
that
in
was right around
Texas
because
in the
that was
suburbs.
around the time that David Otunga really popped off because he was
Yep.
on Love. He was on I Love New York.
Really?
Mhm.
What
What
do
was his
you
name
mean,
again?
really? Oh
Yeah,
my
nigga.
God.
I thought
He was
David
wasn't he
Otunga
the toe
was.
sucker, Tiffany?
Huh?
Wasn't he the toe sucker?
No.
I
I
could have
could have
sworn it was him.
sworn
No,
David
that
Otunga
was
was
that
just a
was
wrestler.
Ezra. It was Ezra
Ah,
who took her toe.
I thought David Otunga was just a wrestler. The only time I see him in anything movie related was Medea's family funeral.
no, he was a TV personality.
No, he was a lawyer first, and then he signed up to do Love It. I Love New York, and he was one of the last two finalists
Yeah, he
for
made
I
it through.
Love New York. It was him and Ezra, and she picked Ezra. That
What
didn't
that
work
Taylor
out.
Made?
Was it? It was.
I think
You're
so.
right.
Because he
You are
had got
right.
all the way to the end.
Because it was
He was
three of
like,
them. It was three of them.
yeah, I don't really like you.
It
She
was
said, why the
David,
fuck?
Ezra,
Why would you
and
do all
Taylor
that?
Made. And then she said, because David and Ezra started saying how when they together, she don't call him by his name because they always give him nicknames. And David's name was Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Because David was big. David was big and cocky. But he was one of those dudes that skipped leg day. He didn't really have big
Yeah.
legs. He was real big up top.
His bottom was shallow, but his top was
Small
heavy.
on the bottom. I'm so surprised that I'm like, me and Don the only ones who know this. I feel like y'all
It's
should
the
know
deep
this.
cut, yeah. But I told you
This
around that
is
time
a
I was
deep
watching
cut.
something I shouldn't have been watching.
As far as
Because
I
when
know,
that came
I
out, I
don't.
was like, I was in between like I want to say 8 to I want to say 7
He
to
was in the
about
mess.
10.
As an 8-year-old, he was in the mess.
Yeah, baby, I was in. I said now because I was listening on the radio station. I said David Otunga. I said that's the wrestler. So I'm gonna keep listening because I knew him and Jay Hunt was taking. Because I was like, that's kind of crazy. The worlds don't collide like that often.
Well, okay, so he was on I Love New York. I want to say it was the second season because the first season she chose Chance.
Yeah.
Chance broke up with her.
Shout out to
And
Real. R.I.P. to Real.
yeah, because he's gone. Chance broke up with her on the show because she didn't choose Chance. She chose Patrick.
Yes, that's it. And Chance was like, she said, and she's like, I should have chose you because Patrick was like, I didn't want you.
Because she was talking about that man's mama.
And she's like, well, why the fuck would you do that? That's what that was.
He said at first he was all for it, but then he watched the show back and he saw her talking about her mama, her and New York's mama. New York and her mama was sitting up there kikiing about that lady's hair and how stiff it was and how she was an ugly bitch and that if they get together, she gonna have to get rid of her because she ain't gonna be in that bitch. Like they was going in on that dude's mama. Going in on her. Okay.
I'm glad that she grew up to know that she didn't have her own thoughts. Those were not her thoughts. Those were her mom's thoughts.
Her fault. Shit.
It is her fault, but I'm glad that she grew to know that. And she wasn't so that she didn't do that until I want to say that was like 2016. She didn't realize her mom was developing until then.
Her mama was really doing a lot, and she was just on there to be on TV, and she wasn't all that to begin with either. And I was like, "Bitch, you're ugly. What are you out here? You are out here talking all this shit." Like, I'm like, lady. Oh, she pissed me off. I wanted to slap the shit out of her so bad.
Said, no, when she had choked up, because she said, "You're not being with that man, that short man, the midget,
the little person." Jesus.
Oh, girl, that was 2000 and something. You know what I mean?
The little person. You cannot call it that.
Well, she
But
said she had choked her and said, she said, you're not getting with him. And and she said, yes, I understand. But in spite of her sending him home, she actually kept him around just to see how mama mad.
yeah, she did. And I was like,
And she
you know
was
what?
tugging that man down just to piss him off.
Yep.
So this is
Yep.
wild shit. Let's keep going. I hope we get season 4.
And she had, so I'm gonna show y'all what David looked like, because back then David looked like a typical frat boy. He looked like a mixed frat boy back then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you. Hold tight. Because I'm floored that y'all did not know this. I thought this was public knowledge, but then I have to remember a lot of y'all are younger than me, so you wouldn't have known.
You literally have to be there.
Yeah.
Taylor made.
That's Taylor made. Well, this is Heat. This is Heat. Wait, let me see.
I thought it was not because
damn, she called him white boy. He was just white boy. This was 12 pack. That's David Otunga. This is what he looked like.
Look at that S curl in that head. Damn.
Okay.
Baby, I know texturizer when I see it.
Texturizer.
What's texturizer?
Don is an old soul because only an old ass nigga would say texturizer.
Baby, I had texturizer in my hair. I know the look. Because I'll have to beg and plead for an S curl.
Oh, an S curl is crazy.
She said, fine, you can do it. I said, yes.
I used to put my dad's S curl in when he wouldn't want to do it sometimes. When he was sitting put his S curl in.
Ooh, that's some bad shit. Ooh.
That is David Otunga.
That was some bad shit, baby. Not like
Hiram, he looked like somebody you would go after.
No.
He do. Yes, he do.
No.
I can't listen to watch that movie. Turn it off.
The fact that you're gonna put that on me, no.
I hate that for you, baby. Because let me tell you something. 10-year-old me lived for Dreamgirls. My auntie told me I would run that movie down, and the other day I confirmed it because I played it and I knew every word. I said maybe I did play this too much.
This look like your type. You look like somebody you would be with. Racially ambiguous. No, Hiram.
Hiram, yeah.
No,
I'm not white. I am racially ambiguous.
all these shots.
I mean, you have to grow. I mean, at some point in time, I was like that too.
Her sister boyfriend murdered them.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Oh, I did not know.
And guess what? My mom's best friend's cousin is cousins with that girl.
That is the longest.
That is the longest connection, isn't it?
I'm so sorry. It's just like.
But my mom's best friend don't like that lady.
Sister, girl.
My mom's best friend's cousin's hairdresser and husband, that's a barber too, his clientele is related.
She has 3.
I remember she told me. I said,
Randy said, "Hiram, you would have been like 2 at the time of Love It. I Love New York." Well, she right. You wouldn't have known. You wouldn't have been able to know or see it. That's why I'm telling you, you gotta know your history. Know your reality TV show history. If you don't watch Mess, you got to be able to know where the mess came from. Because
you know what's so crazy, Tiffany? At that time, they were like, "This is such trash," but now it's like modern history. Now this is precedented work.
The kind of shit that they got away with on VH1 still baffles me to this day. It still baffles me to this day.
To me, it's the fact that Girls Gone Wild was airing on any channel.
It was
late at night. It doesn't matter.
And it was late at night, and they would show those commercials, and it was always after 12. They never showed it before 11 o'clock. And then
Mm-mm.
they were slowly creeping in. If you were sitting up and it was like you would watch TV and you're watching like ABC, you're watching Fox. Fox especially was notorious for running those Girls Gone Wild ads. And you could see them on 55 when you be watching Martin, because the Martin reruns would be on over there. And then at 6 o'clock, faithfully, at least here in Cleveland, TV cut off. There was nothing on. And the only thing that would come back on at around 6:30 was the Ernest Angley show. Okay, that's when God would come on TV at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I used to get told about that. I said, I don't know about that life.
Maybe at 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock,
Yeah,
there
she
was
said,
no
TV's turned
TV. That
off.
shit
I
was
said,
turned
girl,
straight
I
up
said, my
snow.
kid told you I was going to go to bed.
Nothing but static. You didn't get no TV because it was analog TV and they controlled how long the TV stayed on. And if you didn't have cable, that's how it was.
Mm. Shout out now to you run 24/7.
Nigga, that's why
You can't
everybody's
get
so
enough of
dumb.
the you.
That is why everybody's so dumb. 'Cause that is why.
Get stuck watching Kings and Queens. Y'all wasn't watching PBS.
I cannot.
I mean, I didn't watch PBS either, but I got some sense about me.
I
Can't speak
love.
for the rest of y'all.
Yeah, her son's name is David Otunga Jr. That's true. And bought her a Stone Cold phone figure when they got home. My mom told me that my grandma cussed my mom the hell out for. Not you got cussed out. Oh yeah, I remember him being on Island. He was a contestant. He made it to the finals. It was him, Ezra, and Taylor Made. They were the last three. David got eliminated first. His name was Punk on the show. Now, they were not married.
Lore.
They were not married. This says that he split from his wife Jennifer after 10 years. They were not married when they split up. I promise you they were not married. David and her had never had a ceremony. They didn't even go downtown. They didn't do nothing. They were cohabitating. But because at that time they still had the common law marriages, when you live with somebody for over 10 years, that's your common law wife. That's what he was considered. When the news broke that Jennifer had slept with Mally Music and was cheating with him, which never got confirmed or denied, but that's what came out in the media. That's when they decided to separate. Then the story came out from the divorce proceedings when they were trying to split up their assets that they had accumulated together. And they were just trying to decide custody. The court proceedings was mainly focused on the custody. That's when it came out that she was alleging that David was abusive to her and could be potentially a danger to their son. The judge did not believe her, and that was thrown out, and they had to have shared custody of the child. Ever since then, it's been fuck that bitch because I don't like that shit.
Yeah, it's kind of, you can't really come back from that. That's a big claim to make.
That's Taylor Made, Don. He looked like a whack ass Alberto Del Rio.
He did.
But that was him. The reason why she picked him is because he gave rich, suave, money man, but he really was a con man. He was broke. He ain't had no money. And when she found that out, it was when they had started their reality show. Child. That reality show was messy. She was like, when do you work? When are you going to go to work? He was like, I work all the time. What are you talking about? Then she found out he ain't had no job. That shit was funny as fuck.
See, this is what nightmares are made out of.
Just that, it's just that you get a show, you do a casting call, and it's based off looks. There was no personalities as like we're doing now, no background checks, none of that.
Never did a background.
You been arrested before? All right, come on.
Oh, they got Tony and Z.
Y'all,
you take your shirt off.
I have one crazy lore that I found out this summer. I forgot to mention. What? I am somewhat related to Serena and Venus Williams.
How is that? Well, I can believe it.
How can you believe?
I can believe it.
Wait, why do you believe it?
I can believe it.
Okay.
I can believe it. I mean, I'm not.
Oh my God, what type of fireworks they got? Jesus.
I am not related to anybody.
I found
I
out during the summer because
But
I have a cousin
soon
on my mom's side.
people will be
And
able to say they're related to me.
on my
Lady
mom's
J
side,
said
and
that's
they
why I first saw David on I Love New York and then immediately saw him on Raw afterwards. He auditioned and got in to be a wrestler, and then after that, it was up from there. But I didn't know he had even knew how to do it. I was like, where the fuck did you? I'm like, wasn't your ass just on TV a few years ago? What the fuck is you
That's
doing
what I
over
was
here?
like. I looked at him. I was like,
I know you.
you look familiar.
Right.
And because I'm so young, I can't quite put my finger on it, but I know.
I was
just doing some. I was just sitting randomly one day. I said, "That's that nigga. That's him."
Not him. Go ahead, Hiram. How you related to the Williams sisters?
Okay, so it was.
What the fuck?
I want
It was real.
I want to go home.
Real sitcomish.
I want to go home. I want to go home.
Where did that come from?
From these fireworks.
That's fireworks. It sounded like somebody was beating on your door.
I thought somebody was breaking some ice or something.
Right. I thought somebody was trying to come in your shit and you just sit there.
Man, I was